say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
it's over?
It's over 8,000!
What ain't? Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been watching gay hooded justice porn all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit on my left. Stitch.
FBI agent Dom Wick.
Oh, that's a good one. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on threes, sports, Chronos.
Tryptophan coma.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. It's like getting gifts for Christmas or some shit for food people. I fucked that up.
That's all right. You brought pie. You can never fuck it up. There we go.
Sweet potato pie.
Hell yeah. It smells so fucking good, man.
Old Ninja got held up at customs.
Yes.
Entering the country from Mexico.
Trying to hire some cocaine up his anus.
Trying to mule some some black tar heroin.
Can't be using a 1800s fucking passport.
Catch a Freeman gonna get caught. All right. Who we got as a listener of the week, goddammit?
Listener of the week would be my boy Aiden once again. Thank you very much for watching. Otherwise known as 5150 HCRX in the chat or Tengu 5150.
He's got a lot of names.
He does.
I like that.
Man of many names.
Much love to him.
He's a great mechanic. I know that shit.
Good shit. What's he work on? Domestic or
Race cars.
race cars?
Yeah.
Shit. Good stuff.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody in the chat yet. No.
All right.
Are any of you guys tired of Facebook pushing, not Facebook, but YouTube pushing their subscription, their YouTube TV. Like every time you log in, they're like, hey, try it for free, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like every time I fucking log in, that's all I see.
Can I say no forever?
Yeah.
Actually, I heard it's pretty good. And now
Yeah,
that
I've heard it's pretty good.
PlayStation View is like going away. I was gonna go to AT&T now, but apparently they're gonna go away soon too because of HBO Max. They're gonna wrap it up, and I'm like, I don't want to be in turmoil again. So I heard that YouTube TV isn't that bad.
Does YouTube TV still have some original content?
Yeah, they do, but they also, it's basically cable content. I mean, that's what I need it for is like cable stuff.
Gotcha.
So I need to be able to watch, news, and I just need everything to like. I need a base service where I can get HBO, Showtime, Epic, all that shit, all in the same like group. I don't want to like unbundle completely, like have it like piecemeal and all that shit. Because when you unbundle completely, like you can't get like base fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like cable and fucking sports and shit like that, which is super annoying. So, yeah, we'll see. I guess I got to figure it out by January 30th. So,
You got a little time. I thought Hulu keeps on advertising that they have live sports, but I don't know how the fuck that works.
I haven't messed with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently the best one for sports, I think it's called like Philo or something like that. It has better sports than like most cable channels.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Good shit. All right, we jump. Oh, did you were giving the look? You wanted to talk about the pie, didn't you?
No,
Well,
I was looking for my paper.
Okay, good shit.
Anybody die?
Nobody
Speaking
of significance died. I don't think so. Old Ninja always digs up the best D-list celebrities. Though.
Yeah.
I love that shit about him.
I'm like, who are you talking about?
Huh?
He's always, it's always like, who are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
Every now and again, like, I know who he's talking about, but the other times it's like, oh, yeah, they were in, like, some fucking old-ass monster movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
From
like,
1917.
key grip number 3 on fucking, Swamp Thing. I'm like, the original. I'm like, all right.
Remember that childhood play that you were in?
Yeah, exactly.
He played the tree.
Billy Goat Gruff.
Holy shit. All right, let's jump into some hot fucking fire right off the goddamn bat. You want to do Bots or Watchmen? Both were great. What y'all want to do first?
Oh, shit. I want to say them bots.
Let's
let's
start
go
with
with
them
the
bots.
That bots was insane.
Ooh, I just watched this. Stitch, you want to set us up?
Oh my gosh, I get so lost in episode because my girl, Dom. Oh my god, I
Dom got fucked up, though.
planted my flag on her back in like season 1. I was like,
she
she's my
did.
girl. And every once in a while, she's got some gun food that she just knows how to handle a firearm, get out of some shit.
Yes.
Even when she gets herself in some situations where you're like, what the fuck she gonna do? She figures out a way. Well, the episode sort of starts off with Elliot back in the apartment.
Broken.
Yes.
Yeah. They
Still
get-
fucked up.
Yeah, all fucked up, spaced out, and everything like that.
Fucking drug dealers dead on the floor.
Yeah, so I guess that whole
No,
storyline.
that's Dominican Trevor from
yeah.
GTA 6. I want him in GTA 6, goddammit.
For real.
So that whole storyline is done, I guess. Then his 3-person crew is just
Down
gone. They
two.
just took his wallet and
I know.
just like, all right, we gone.
I mean, it seemed like a pretty lean crew.
Yeah.
It seemed like just the
That
two
was
of
gonna
them
take
and
over
the,
New
and
York,
the
the
boss.
three of 'em?
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a well thought out plan, but it was certainly high as fuck.
Wow, I
Yeah.
smoked this crack pipe.
Yeah, so we get a little bit of conclusion on that. I guess the psychiatrist is going to the cops.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she has to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Fucking
yeah.
body in her
she ain't
apartment.
no gangster.
Yeah.
What the fuck's she gonna do?
But I mean, that's gonna, I guess, make the plan sort of
I mean,
interesting.
li-
I guess
little-
how they're gonna.
no, I don't think it's gonna affect Elliot at all. I mean, she's just worried about Little Ma and that other dude.
Well, I mean, Elliot's prints are all over that apartment,
Well,
right?
she could just say he was a
The client.
client.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait,
Friend.
whose apartment is that? Is that hers?
It was hers, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, witnessed a, I guess, a murder. Murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. But we get to the meat and potatoes, the turkey of the episode. So we get Dom and Darlene, and then crazy taxidermy lady.
Yeah. So wait, just to set it up so last week, like Dom was she was ordered to kill Darlene,
Yeah, I think it was
but
2
she
weeks
kind
ago.
of it was about 2 weeks because last week was the whole 4 screen thingy. But yeah, so she knocked her out, and she eventually Darlene woke up, and Dom wanted her to shoot her so that she can kind of get out of this under the fucking White Rose's control or whatever. But right when they're arguing and like she's telling her to kill her, the taxidermy chick walk in. It's like, yeah, this isn't looking
Time's
good
up.
for you.
Yeah.
You know what would have been funny though? If she had knocked Darlene out and started Christ braiding to her right there.
Oh.
Bleeding and shit in the fucking.
Oh, but one,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think this started in the very beginning where we're at Dom's family's house. And
Yeah.
they're playing like Uno or some shit like that. And he calls like the auntie a
Oh my-
cunt bitch or
You
something.
know,
like
you know what's funny? Because in the
Splitter.
beginning I was
Yeah,
like,
dick
man,
splitter.
fuck that kid. And then when they came, I was like, damn, I didn't mean like right now.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
She's like, Mommy, some bad guys coming. The ninjas coming through the door.
Yeah, so we had
Holy
some fucking
fuck.
White Roses ninjas
Yeah.
walk up in the house, took everybody, or tied up everybody and
Loved
shit.
it.
Yeah, so they have like I guess a house takeover. It looks like, and I guess I have a different viewpoint on it. I thought it was the Irish people coming in to sweep the family before the White Rose people came in.
Oh, no, I thought it was the White Rose. I
But
thought it was
I'm gonna have
the
to
Dark
rewatch
Army.
it.
Well, yeah, because later on, when they're talking to the Irish people, he's like, "Oh yeah, all your people's dead. Shot him in the head. Some guys cracked himself."
Yeah.
Like he talked about how he
Okay.
took him out.
Yeah, it was definitely the Dark Army that
Okay.
came through
Yeah.
first.
Because I figured that
Because she called them and they were dead.
okay, I'm gonna rewatch it because it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
So essentially, the phone's been wiped. Trying to get Darlene to reactivate the phone and do all this stuff, and got this whole big standoff saying that I'm gonna kill her, blah blah blah. I know you love her because you've been flicking your bean to her interrogation video.
The fact that she fucking knew that, I was like,
Fucking
"Damn."
Alexa be snitching.
Yep. And I love how she was like, "Oh, she doesn't know. I'm sorry. My bad. Putting your business out in the streets."
So they're at their little crossroads, and taxidermy chick pulls out her sharp blade and boom, right into the lung
Yes.
and everything. And
Like right away. What Darlene said, just get it over quick. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Just stabbed her right in the fucking heart. Well, not her heart, but her lung.
yeah,
I was like, damn.
But she's got skills with the knife since she's a taxidermy, so.
oh yeah, she knew where to put it for sure.
Yeah, she's like,
Well,
either
I
she's
mean-
gonna die if I pull the knife out, or she's gonna die in 15 minutes.
It wasn't like she was surgical. She just stabbed her in the chest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so she's now got a potentially collapsed lung once she pulls out the knife, but she's slowly dying.
she has
'cause-
what's called a sucking chest wound if she would have taken it out anyway. Which I know how to save people from.
Yes.
Thanks to the Marine Corps. Yeah. You can give me a credit card, some tape. We're good to go.
Oh, dude, I don't know what-
Uh-oh.
No, it will work actually for a little while. It'll
Yeah. I was
save-
about to-
it won't save your. It'll save your life for a little while.
It'll extend.
so
Because she had minutes.
You're on ball time.
So they're doing their sped up negotiations and everything, trying to get a hold of Elliot. She eventually gives up where Elliot's location is, but Elliot's not there, which causes even more of a problem. And taxidermy chick gets pissed and was just like, you know what? I'm tired of fucking around.
Actually, wait, you kind of jumped over some stuff though.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just getting to the.
So if
He wants
she,
to get a Dom shit. That's all.
yeah, so the taxidermy chick actually was gonna she already told Dom that she was gonna murder all of her family if Darlene gave her information. Eventually she does, and they go to check and find Elliot, but Elliot, the police and stuff were already there because of the murder scene because he left his cell phone. So that's where that happens before she stabs Dom in the chest.
Okay.
So this is before that, yeah.
So then she was like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm making the call. So she made the call, and ain't nobody picking up the phone. And she's
Mr. Telephone Man?
yeah. She,
Panic sets in.
There's a problem with my line.
Something was wrong, and she.
Well, she didn't just call once. She called twice. She's like, wait,
Yeah.
something.
What the fuck is going on? And then Dom with a knife in her fucking lung, dropping bars. Like,
Yup.
you want to check my phone.
Yep.
And she's got 14 missed calls from Lucky Irishman or something like that.
Yeah.
Lucky
And-
Irish bastard.
Now, I'm confused because I forget who he is and everything.
He was a guy that basically he killed some people, but he was gonna get away with it anyway. And so
Who
I
did he
think-
kill again?
I
Do you
can't remember,
remember?
but they didn't have any hard evidence. But she was interrogating him.
Oh, back when she was real
Yeah.
true in the FBI, doing only FBI shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I think she was probably part of the Dark Army still, but it was for something else, not connected to the Dark Army. So it worked out great for her.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I forgot. I had a little bit of remembrance, but I was like, I can't remember the specific details on who this dude is and everything. But he's just crazy Irishman or Scottish lad. And he gave no fucks about this.
gonna piss
Nope.
off
He's
Scottish.
like,
You're
like
gonna
army,
piss off
green army,
Scottish.
white army, purple army. Who you? I don't know. Whatever. Your boy's
Dirty
dead.
Stu is gonna be mad at you for your Scottish Irish fucking bullshit. You know that, right? He's listening right now. Fuck Dummit!
Throwing mutton at the walls.
Yeah,
Mutton.
God damn. All right.
So he gave no fucks about.
Hey, hold on. Best damn network. Fuck Daniel and his pumpkin pie is better than sweet potato pie.
Oh,
You
Oh,
fucking
who
bag
the
of
fuck
dicks.
is in the chat talking blasphemy?
yeah, we're gonna slander that person.
That's
shortly.
like going in the hood saying the N-word, man.
Yeah, it's about to get stomped out. All right, keep going.
Sorry.
So
I don't usually respond.
But it was funny also with the Irishman. Like he talked about how he killed all of the crew and how like bitches they were, basically saying
Yep.
like how they crapped himself and he said he shot him twice in the head or some shit like that just to make sure they were dead. That shit was fucking funny.
Goddamn.
and so
Get to your golden part. Your
Yeah.
money shot.
Yes.
she fucking once she realized what the fuck's going on, she made the mistake of turning back on a tiger, and she fucking was like, yeah, I got one shot. She pulled the knife out her chest, out that lung, slashed that Achilles.
Yep.
Whatever, down you go, and then
Grab the gun.
grabbed the gun, and then 3 shots, bomb, 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 dead.
They were all headshots, right?
Yeah, even with the Magic Johnson no look shot
Yes.
over the head.
Yeah,
Yep.
behind her
Pow.
That was the one that got me. That was John Wickish.
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
I started clapping.
I did too.
I was stressed. My girl had a fucking knife in her chest. I knew it wasn't a dream sequence.
Yeah.
No.
It's the last season. I was like, oh my God, my baby's going to die.
Yeah.
I lost fucking, what's her name? My girl from Game of Thrones a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah,
that, that hurt my heart still.
Oh.
I still pour out liquor to her. And I was like,
She was bad, but was she badder? I liked from the Red Wedding Girl. The one that was getting married too. She was bad too.
she
Brunette?
But the girl from Game of Thrones, I can't remember her name. She knew the power of her pussy because
she did, she did.
conquered that little boy. It was just
did.
like, we are going
Oh,
to be.
you're talking about Natalie Dormer?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's bad as fuck. I don't even know why she's that hot, but she's she's fucking hot as shit.
She's
Yeah.
hot. Ain't no doubt.
Yeah. It saves the day, but obviously she still got the sucking chest wound now because the knife's out. Makes the phone call, finds out family's good, and calls for help, and hopefully she'll make it out.
And tells her lickety boo,
Yeah.
do
outta
what you
here.
need to do to get save Elliot and all that. Mm-hmm. Damn, she did some heroic shit.
It was good. She was good. She's gonna be.
Outgunned.
She's
wounded.
nominated for Golden Eggplant. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
throwing her name
I
in the
can't
ring.
argue against that this year.
She
Like
going in circles.
the fact that she took a knife out of her own fucking chest. She knows she's gonna die if she pulls a knife out. Like she's already on borrowed time.
She
For
was
her
already
to-
weak.
Yeah, for her
Yeah.
to take out the knife and took out a guy who was standing over her, took out his Achilles and then took his
Yeah.
gun.
He was slipping.
3 armed people.
Yeah, homeboy was slipping.
That was fucking nice.
It was
So-
that was fucking great.
Back on to the other shit that happened in the show. All right, because Elliot is in the goddamn show. Y'all
Yeah.
just fucking gloss over what the fuck
Who?
he did. Elliot,
The
Mr.
lead.
motherfucking robot.
Dom Robot? What?
He's tripping the fuck out because he's thinking that he was just a victim, or he's thinking that he could have done something as a kid to like stop his dad from basically raping him from his childhood.
Yep.
And he couldn't get over that shit.
Yeah.
Like the whole time.
No.
When the therapist chick is going to the police, she's like, "Let's go," and he's like, he gets there and he's like, "No, I can't do this. Like, I got shit to do," basically. And after he leaves the police station, he sees himself as a little kid.
Yeah.
Going into the subway, so he decides to follow himself. He goes into like this area where him and what's that girl's name? His friend is
The
kid,
blonde.
The blonde, I forget her name.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Someone else.
When they couldn't get with the program.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody who know how to shut their fucking mouth.
Yeah.
She got double tapped.
Dead.
Yeah. Anyway, where they used to hide and stuff, and apparently he hid a key from his dad because I guess his dad had a key to his door, and so he hid it. And like his little kid self was trying to tell him that we did fight back, in the only way that we could. Like we were little, we couldn't really fight back. This is the only thing that we can do. So he's still, down in the dumps, feeling. I mean, obviously, because he just realized some really fucked up shit about his life.
Yeah.
He suppressed this for 20, 25 years, something
Yeah.
like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, but what I love about this show is you're showing some real tragic stuff with your character.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of shows that touch upon sexual abuse for a grown man dealing with it from, suppressed from his childhood.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a whole lot of shows like that. And also talking about hacking and all this other stuff with computer crimes and all that. This is a world-class show, man.
That shit was deep.
Well, yeah, what was interesting is that we actually got to see Mr. Robot come back. Because I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be gone because, he knows the truth or whatever. And so, like, when Mr. Robot came in there and, like, I don't know, Kristen Slater, he still got fucking talent. Like, the way he, was to express himself and tell him, like, I wanted to protect you. I wish you'd have known all the different things. Like, that moment was moving. But then we also see that, like, Elliot is still unsure about himself because, like, he talks about how he doesn't really feel like going through with the hack anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, like, what are we going to do? What's going to happen?
I'm going to take you back
He
to
needs Arlene.
he definitely does, but I'm going to take you back to another touching moment, though. When he and the therapist are saying goodbye. And
Oh, yeah.
she's just like,
Yeah.
you know what? Stick with, or trust yourself, be safe. I do care about you, all that other stuff. Because, I mean, they had a strained relationship before this. And they still do in a lot of fucking ways. And we hadn't seen her for a season and a half, it feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was kind of in and out of the show.
Yeah.
So everything that we've seen in the last 2 or 3 episodes with her and him was special to me too. But you're right. The stuff with actual Kristen Slater talking about, I'm not your real dad, but you created me so that I could basically help protect you, and
Yeah.
I'm what your real dad should have been.
And another
that was deep.
important part is talks about how he was fighting back
Yeah.
rather than just like hiding.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everything. You like you weren't running away from it and everything like that and stuff because they put like a key or something in the.
Yeah, that's what I just
Yeah.
went over, man.
Yeah.
Looking at 5 minutes ago.
But then, like, I mean, there's other ways he fought back too. Like when his dad was coming into the room, like he was like, "Well, fuck this, jump out the window." Fucking-
Which we were confused about for
Yeah, 'cause
4 years.
for a while, they was like, "Oh, his dad pushed him out the window," but it turned out he jumped. So yeah, it's fucking crazy. But one other thing I was gonna say that with what was it? With Elliot and Kristen Slater, yeah, with their interaction at that point, it was interesting to see how. Oh fuck! I lost my train of thought. It was interesting to see them how they interact with each other because like now he knows the truth and like Kristen Slater's character, like you look at him in a different light now. Like it's
sure.
not just a ghost of his dad. It's like a split personality. Like it looks like he had split personality basically.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy. But also, I know what I was gonna say. We also get to see Elliot's third personality, which is I guess his kid.
Yeah,
At least
talking.
we got to, at least he interacted with them.
But there's still another one.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think his mom is in there too.
Well, we've seen the mom in flashbacks, right?
Yeah, but it was also in his head because like those two were talking in his head. But there's another personality that did something that neither Mr. Robot or Elliot knows.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the fuck it was, but they did something where like they both lost time. They don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think there was some kind of hack or something they did, and like neither of them knows what they did.
Yeah.
This show deserves a full rewatching.
It
You know what I
does.
mean?
I think the
God
first
damn.
three or four seasons are on Amazon right now, Amazon Prime.
They
shit.
need a bunch of awards. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact, just from like a cinematic standpoint, like the different styles of filmmaking that they did through just this season was amazing. If you look at the whole body of work through like seasons 1 through 4. I mean, they went through a season where it's basically one shot for like the vast majority of the episode.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, we have another episode where it's all shot in basically 2 fucking rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we have another one where we have a bunch of other ones that are just like they're really well done in like totally different ways.
Yeah, like the one where no one talks. There's like only
Yeah,
a
the no
few
talking
words that are
one,
spoken
yeah.
on.
Like who fucking does that?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking does
You almost
that.
never see that. And then the other great thing is the city feels real in this. Like
Oh, yeah.
New York actually gets some love in places where you don't normally see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just, Times Square all the fucking time and a few Brooklyn houses or whatever. You're getting to see subway stations and Natural History Museum and all this other stuff, Coney Island, all this other stuff that you don't usually see in a lot of TV shows.
Yeah, like that
Fucking
one
works.
scene, the silent one, where Elliot's running from those guys, and like you're seeing like a whole bunch of New York, and they're
Yeah.
like really wide shots. They must have spent so much fucking money on just shutting down streets, hiring extras and shit like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like they weren't just like narrow shots. Like
No.
you can see like a bunch of buildings way down the fucking street. That was dope.
Yeah, and he was booking it too. He looked
Yeah, he was
fast.
fucking
He looked fast as
running.
fuck. I was like, God damn.
I don't know
So,
how you
yeah.
fucking keep it. When he was running, I got tired. I was like, God damn.
Hey, if you're running from your life, trying to stay out of jail, getting shot.
I also got to give a
And
shout
got hit
out.
by a car.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Darlene too. I mean,
yeah.
she's gotten better and better on this show to me, and like she's holding her own in scenes with not only Dom, your girl, but with Elliot as well. Like she seems like a train wreck at times, but brilliant as well, and then sometimes super sweet. You know what I mean? It just depends on the fucking scene.
And a freak too, getting
Oh.
fucked in the bathroom. Remember that?
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
never forget.
Oh man. I always get Darlene confused with the homegirl from Thor.
Oh,
from Supergirl.
my girl, Kat Denning.
Yeah, they fucking look so much alike.
Whoa.
Kat got
Kat's
much
way
more
bigger.
titties.
Yeah, she's way bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They got similar faces though, for certain. And it's another great episode. And I think the finale is next week or this
No, I
coming.
think
No,
we
no,
got-
no. They got like 3 more episodes.
Yeah,
I
I
thought.
got 3 more
Really?
episodes.
Are you sure? I thought it said I was watching it
They
today.
always say like the final season.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
Or maybe it's like the mid-season break or something.
I think this season is short.
Yeah.
I believe, but we will fucking.
I thought that was episode. That was what? 408.
7, 8,
I think that was episode 408.
You know what's kind of
I don't know
interesting?
how many error codes there
There
are.
are 10 episodes.
and we are coming up on 8 or 9.
8, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 more episodes left.
You know what's interesting? I think every episode have involved a knife. Because we had homegirl who slit her wrist. Then last
fucking dark.
last episode, dude got stabbed in the back. And then here, homegirl got stabbed in the chest. I'm trying to think of
And,
the other
and
episode.
dude got his Achilles sliced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead brained.
Yeah.
Which was great.
There have been a lot of knives this season. Yeah, you got a point on that.
I thought Joey Badass was gonna save him.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I liked his cameo though.
Yeah.
He just seems like this cool ass
I
dude.
just want to see him doing ninja shit again.
Yeah, man, that's fucking great.
Cutting motherfuckers up.
I want to see him actually doing more acting.
Well, I kind of thought he was gonna save Dom's family.
Yeah, me too.
Like I was expecting him to be on the phone.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
That would've been
Yeah, it'd
a
been pretty
super
funny.
interesting take. So, yeah, everybody, all the way around, definitely Golden Eggplant Award worthy. Are we going to switch over to this watch?
This weekend racism.
Wow!
Wait.
Holy fuck!
So before we start, real quick, I'm trying to catch up. I just finished episode 2, and holy shit, dude! listen, the way y'all guys described it on a podcast, watching a show, it's totally fucking different. Like I don't even know what y'all guys were talking about. like literally,
It's gonna be good. Let me
the
listen
first,
to this.
the first episode, I thought I was watching the wrong goddamn show.
Yeah.
Well, we told you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, no, like,
squid falling from the.
well, no,
boat.
not that. It was with the whole like the I guess
Tulsa
the black
riot?
market thing, the black
Black Wall Street.
yeah, Black Wall Street, where fucking KKK was fucking just going around murdering
It
people,
wasn't just
dragging them in the house.
KKK. It was not just.
Well, no,
KKK.
it wasn't just them, and like motherfuckers were in planes, like bombing and
Yeah,
shit. I was
that-
like,
that would be the U.S. government.
Yeah.
I had to like, I had
Accurate.
to like stop and go. I went online to see like, what's the opening of Watchmen? I'm like, what's it?
We literally talked about
Yeah,
that.
but then like, yeah, when it started raining squids and stuff like that. But I'm still, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys talk about that. I'm confused on the mixed race kids.
Now you know where we were at.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot to
Our head
process.
was turning to the side.
Yeah, and then like homie hanging from the tree, and then homeboy in a wheelchair is like, I put him up there. Like, how the hell do you do that? I got powers. I might be Mr. Manhattan. Like, what?
we literally find out.
Yeah, you might want to step out of the room for a minute.
Nah, I'll keep listening. But like, then we had like
the shit out of what you just said though.
Homeboy with all the clones with the fucking play going on, and to find out her stepdad is a fucking KKK member, and then Homeboy. This show is fucking crazy. So literally the last scene of episode 2 reminds me of fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony, because a dude from the sky comes and gets the guy and like goes away with them, because it reminds me of that part from Blood Thugs and Harmony where they're like, you know, the dude.
Did you call them Blood Thugs?
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Shit, my bad.
Bone Bloods and Harmony.
Yeah. Where the line of their song is dude from sky got him. I miss my Uncle Charles. You know? And he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just sitting in his car.
Dude, you got to catch up on this one, man. This is.
Man. You know
trying
what you need to do, since we've seen it or whatever. You should live tweet it. Give us your reactions or whatever. That'd be fucking gold. I'm like, oh shit, I know what part Blue's at. That would be fucking
it's fucking crazy.
Comedy gold.
I'm enjoying it, but yeah, all right.
All right, sorry, it's gonna fuck up like what you just talked about.
No,
there's gonna be some spoilery stuff.
All right, so in the last episode,
well, because y'all guys told me the first 2 parts and it didn't make any fucking sense to me. But yeah,
all right.
Okay.
Well, but now it's fresh in your fucking mind.
No, okay, go.
All right.
I want to fucking know, man.
So at the end of the last episode, Sister Knight.
Sister Knight.
But what's her fucking name?
Angela Abar.
Yeah. Angela Abar. Angela.
Yeah.
She swallows the whole fucking pill container full of nostalgia, which is the memories of her grandfather. So, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to take nostalgia if they're not from your own memories, and you're probably definitely not supposed to take a whole fucking bottle full.
And like the government had already kind of, or FDA had said, no, it's prohibited.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a prescription for people that were getting like dementia and shit like that, and Alzheimer's, to like help them remember like back in the day.
Yep.
You know, but also, like I already said, you're not supposed to take shit that's not from yourself. So she ate them all, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, this bitch gonna die." So
Peace out.
They throw her in jail, and they're trying to get her to sign a waiver to get her stomach pumped. And right when they're trying to get her to sign it, she starts fucking tripping out and starts seeing shit from the past, and like starts seeing basically what all of her grandfather's memories, kind of like some of them are out of sync. Actually, I think they were mostly in sync, but some of them just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It showed him being a police officer. It showed him basically people telling he decided to join the police force because of one other black guy that was on the police force. And it was funny, it was fucked up because they were giving out the badges to all the people. And obviously it was a white guy that was giving out the badges, and he gave them to all the white guys, and all of a sudden he just skipped over the grandfather. And the other black guy that was on the force, he gives him his badge, and he's like, "Oh, I was on the force for this," and he's like, he whispers in his ear, "You beware of the Cyclops."
Yeah. Which I'm like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like,
given how weird this show is already,
like it's a real Cyclops?
you hear about Cyclops and you're just like, I don't know where this is fucking going, but all right.
And then I did a little bit of research that the person handing out the badges, he's supposed to be, I guess, the first black cop of New York, Sam Battle or whatever.
Oh, a real person.
Yeah, so that's, I guess, what character he was supposed to be.
Wow, okay.
And then at the graduation or whatever, because you see like you said, the white chief giving everyone else their badges, shaking hands, and he just gets completely just fucking ignored or whatever.
There's another potential Easter egg in this, which I'll explain later. I haven't researched it completely, but there's multiple articles on it. Okay. We'll get to it in a minute.
Like I know there's one Easter egg is with whenever there's like a clock on the wall, it's always like, or at least it's been referenced a lot, like the whole like 2 minutes to midnight. Or
yeah,
like
I talk about that. I think in the beginning, I talk about it with Kamek all the time. But yeah, the Doomsday Clock, which is a big deal with, it's actually a real thing. You can look it up right now.
Yeah,
we're pretty close right now. I think we're 2 minutes to midnight because of our president and other ongoing shit. But basically, it's how close we are to nuclear annihilation. Yeah. So you can look it up right now, and it always the time changes. I think we've been 1 minute a few times. We've been pretty fucking close. I think it was during like the Cold War. Anyway, she starts going through like his memories. So he becomes a cop. He has a wife, and he's doing his cop thing, and like he witnesses like some white guy like randomly just like throwing a fucking Molotov into some Jewish baking.
Jewish deli. Yep.
And so he goes to arrest the guy, and the guy's being a total asshole to him, and he's just like, "Well, you fucking I'm taking you in right now." So he takes him in, and he's like, I witnessed this guy, do arson on this, this deli. And the guy's like, I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't do anything. I was just there. I just saw it. And he's like, well, you need to take him away, And so he does like the hand signal, like this weird hand signal.
Does he call him a spook?
He calls him a
Yes.
spook.
Yeah.
He does a bunch of other calls him boy and shit like that
Yeah.
too. All kinds of fucked up shit. And they take him away to be, booked and processed. And like the next day, this is where like it was kind of weird because he would open a door and it'd be like not to where he came from.
Yes.
And it'd be a totally different time of day.
Yeah.
So that's where like the thing was kind of messed up. And then I guess he sees the guy out on the streets again.
Yeah, because I mean, you think that they're gonna do it like legit by the book, because the white cop makes the guy they arrested like he's like, no, don't apologize to me, you apologize to him. I was like, okay, I guess he's a good one of the good guys or whatever. And then nope, he's just strolling out and using his get out of jail free card or whatever.
Yeah.
Will Reeves goes back in there. He's like, what the fuck just happened or whatever. And then the desk sergeant is like, you just gotta leave it alone. Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to
Blah,
help
blah, blah,
you.
Trying to help you. Just don't worry about it. And Will Reeves is obviously pissed off, as anyone should be or whatever. Doesn't understand what the fuck's going on. And that sort of builds up this like inner rage you kind of see take place.
According to his wife, he was obviously had inner rage brewing,
Right.
just from the trauma and the murders in Tulsa that he witnessed as a boy. But in any event, where did they go? What was the next sequence from after that?
So
'Cause
basically,
I'm all out of order.
after that, he was walking home, and the police officer that let the guy go, he's in a cop car full of other police officers, and he's like, "Yo, let's go for a drink." He's like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm just gonna walk home." Blah blah blah. He's like, "No, I think we should go for a drink." And he's like, "No, I'm just gonna go." So they leave, and I was like, "This ain't the end of that shit."
It sure isn't.
And then, like, sure enough, he goes down the alley, and I was like, "Don't go down that fucking alley, man." He goes down an alley, and those officers come up and they beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
And they fucking go and string his ass up.
Yeah, they tried to lynch. They lynch him.
Yeah,
at the same tree. It looks like, right?
I don't know if it's the same tree.
Ooh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks similar. Maybe not. Maybe it's not the exact same one. I don't know.
I don't know if it's the same tree, but all I know is they lynched him, and then they cut him down after he was already choking. And they're like, basically stay in your fucking lane.
With a hood on,
Yeah,
which was significant.
yeah. Which I called like an episode or two ago. And I was like, I bet you that dude is black.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was either wearing a full face mask or they just changed the way he looked in the show.
Yep.
To hide his identity.
Right, because in one of the things he talks about when that body's washed up on the ocean, he gives some sort of like narration. He's like, "Oh yeah, I wanted them to think that they thought that this person that washed up was Hooded Justice and blah blah blah." But obviously, we don't get the story. That was maybe like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
And ironically, we find it's almost like the inverse of the makeup that Sister Knight does.
Yes,
that's what I was
exactly.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like
So,
he puts the weight.
Sorry, we kind of went ahead a little bit, but anyway, after he gets almost hung, well, he gets hung, but they
Yeah.
cut him down. He's going home, and on his way home, he still has the noose around his neck. He still has the ropes around his wrists, and he sees these people getting jacked by these like fucking hoodlums.
Yes.
Wait, is the guy sure that it wasn't some Jamaican guys that put the noose around him and threw bleach on him?
Juicy
Nigerian.
Oh yay! Anyway, so he decides he has to help them, and so he has the hood still in his hand,
Yep.
and all the shit's still on. So he just pokes holes in the fucking eyes, puts the hood on, and just goes to fucking work.
We still got the noose and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so he's Hooded Justice.
Yes. And the people who he was helping in that alley getting jacked were white folks.
Yeah,
You know,
he didn't give a shit. Yeah.
Which was very interesting.
So wait,
I'm sorry. One quick sec. I can't remember from the timeline, when does the interrogation with the other Hooded Justice happen?
Okay, I was gonna ask
With
that.
the two
So
detectives.
this is something that confused Kimek as well. What they were watching was a TV show. Right.
I get that, but did that happen? Did we see that on the screen
Yes.
after this? Right after
no,
this?
it was before this.
Okay.
It was
on the
before.
first,
Okay.
yeah.
So the movie version of the Hooded Justice Hooded or whatever his name is white, but the actual character was black.
Yes, but okay. So what happens is after he goes home, and he's like, he talks to his wife, like basically has to hide his identity. Like they can't know that you're black.
Yeah, yeah.
So he puts on makeup to on his eyes, to make him
Oh.
just right here
Mm-hmm.
on his eyes to make him seem white. So it's like basically the inverse of what.
Okay, I
Sister
got you.
Knight's
I got
doing.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his eyes look white, but it's black dude.
But the TV show version had some interesting stuff in it too with that interrogation, because they were talking about like real people like J. Edgar Hoover, from the FBI and whatnot, and they knew that he had a gay affair with who was
Like
it?
some patriot dude.
Somebody, some other hero or whatever, and they were going to blackmail him. The cops that were doing this
Yeah, I can't think
interrogation
of
on the
the
TV
name, yeah.
show, I guess. Anyway, basically he does some Dom shit and breaks out and busts up both of them. You know what I mean?
But again, that was
in
a
the
TV
interrogation
show.
room.
And I think that's what confused like a lot of people. Because I know it confused K-Mac, but I was like, I knew it was a TV show because when they panned away, the police officers were watching the TV show, and I think it was like their way.
It was
of,
on the
like,
TV.
Yeah, it was on TV because like they literally show it like the camera pulls out and it turns so you can see it like they're watching a TV for these events.
Well, and then
They whitewashed a lot. They sort of took what actually happened and they kind of adjusted it for fit for TV and kind of plugged in their own sort of narrative behind stuff. However, we do, at least
it's
my
real.
perception is that he was having Captain Metropolis. That was the
Something
guy's
like
name.
that, yeah.
He was, I guess, sleeping with Captain
He's fucking him.
Metropolis.
Yeah.
I forget who was fucking who, but they were romantically involved. They linked together and joined the Minutemen, which is almost like this sort of 19 whatever Avengers crew.
Well, they figured out who he was
Right.
because I guess Captain Metropolis did, and he asked them to join. He said that there was a bunch of other masked heroes that were inspired by him because he was the first one, and they were asking him to join. He thought it would be good for him to join to like help inspire other people. So that's when you come to your part.
but for the TV show that the cops are watching in like the station on TV or whatever, that seemed different from, I guess, was there a porn parody with the Looking Glass that he was watching the previous
I
week?
think there was a porn parody as
Because he
well.
was watching gay porn eating beans. I know that.
That shit was weird as fuck.
I was like, wait a minute. And this is before we know all of this stuff.
Well, actually, maybe it wasn't because he never took his hood off.
You think that would be in the TV show?
Maybe he was watching.
I mean, he was
something
getting
like-
boned by the dude. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Well, he was fucking the guy, but he never took his hood off.
Yeah.
So that's what's interesting about that shit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It's all over the place.
Lot to unpack.
Yeah, it really is. But then when
So we find out they have a pretty much Hooded Justice wants to go after the Cyclops organization and everything. Captain Metropolis is like, yeah, we got you, bro. Whatever, keep slinging that dick to me, and we'll go. We'll take care of your black people problems or
He's
whatever.
like, yeah, for sure. I will definitely advertise your mixtape.
Yeah. I like how he goes into his house with his wife, meets them both, and is like, come with me. I want that booty. Basically.
Yeah, was that song Backstabbers They Lie to Your Face? So then they're at the press conference and he's about to like kind of talk about the whole his black agenda and everything, and he gets out. He's like, "Nah, baby, we talk about that later, not now or whatever." So
He came with receipts too.
yeah. So it finds out that Hooded Justice's sort of mission is kind of getting brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
And eventually it just kind of gets played off as not even important in like Captain Metropolis.
It's all in he thinks it's all in his head, or he's into conspiracy theories.
Yeah, because essentially you find out later on as Will Reeves is in his cop uniform, he responds to this, I guess, this fight or riot that breaks out of this movie theater and everything. And the cop
in Harlem.
Yeah, in Harlem, and the cop is like, "Oh, we need somebody to speak their language or whatever. Go in there, Blackie, and understand what those other Blackies are doing in there." So he goes in, find out what's going on, and it just doesn't make any sense to Will Reeves about why they're attacking each other. They're playing it off as it's just black people being black people, which has a little touch on the nose on how some things are perceived today, actually. And he calls up, I think after he calls up Captain Metropolis on the phone and just like, yo, something ain't right here or whatever. This isn't what it seems. These people wouldn't just attack each other, blah, blah, blah. And Captain Metropolis is like, nah, don't worry about it. You talking crazy again.
The lady was saying that she didn't know what happened and that she thought that she did it all.
Yeah.
She didn't understand how. Like she was just sitting down watching, and all of a sudden people started dying, and she was just like, I don't know what happened. Might have been me. I think it was me. And she was like flipping the fuck out.
Which makes very little sense.
Right. So at that point, he's just fed up with everything going on. He gets off the phone, the old school phone booth phone with Captain Metropolis, and then homeboy from the fucking deli. Would be like, hey, darky, want some steaks or whatever? Come get these steaks or whatever.
You're
You
not
learned your
usually on
lesson.
this beat, though, are you?
Exactly. You the only one want this beat. You want some free steaks.
So this is. I think we missed. Part of this. Oh no, it's in this part, I believe. Yeah. Keep going.
Okay.
And there's an Easter egg on this whole scene.
Okay. So he's just pissed off and angry, and so he mentions something about a warehouse or whatever, and I forget what it is that sort of triggers him to do it. I forget if he just has his breaking point or if the white dude said something specifically. But he was just like, fuck this. And he just pulled out his gun, shot him in the head in the middle of the street, and just walks into the warehouse.
Because he said this is his warehouse.
Yeah.
And the warehouse was storing the cameras that were doing this
But
hypnosis
did he know?
thing.
Well, he finds out when he goes in.
Oh no, it was before that. So before this whole thing, sorry, this is where the Easter egg is. Before that whole thing, remember when he was going out and fighting crime, and then he finds his first thing where he finds the Cyclops people, and it was the cops that he knew, and he goes into that one warehouse, and he's beating the shit out of him.
Yep.
And then he throws him into a store. It turns out to be in the
storefront.
back of the store.
Yeah.
And the guy, it's the same guy that.
Okay, yeah.
And he goes to shoot at him, and he jumps out the window.
Okay.
So apparently, that is a reference to Donald Trump's dad, Fred Trump,
Oh.
that supposedly had ties to the KKK and owned a store in New York, and there was a KKK bust in his store.
Oh, I
Wow.
had no idea.
So I got to go back and do further research, but there's been at least 3 or 4 fucking stories on the same thing. And obviously Donald Trump has adamantly denied that his dad was involved with KKK and shit like that. And he said he didn't live there, but there's been apparently other people that said that he definitely did live there and did own that store, and that shit really happened. So
Wow.
I got to do further research to really see if it's true, but there's been a bunch of stories.
Wow.
Because apparently if you go back and look, it says like FT on like the storefront and some of the trucks.
Wow.
Yeah, for Fred Trump.
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
in the show, it did.
In the show.
Okay.
Yeah, in the show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But then
None
they
of
never
that.
said the guy's actual name.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yes.
Nuts. I mean, look, there's all kinds of parallels and then tidbits from real life out of headlines in this series, which makes it fun.
So he walks into the movie theater. I mean, into the warehouse. Sees some of the cops, the same cops that strung him up, and they're loading up what looks like old school film projectors and shit.
Aren't
like
they in their
that.
clan hoods? Or
It's not just 3 or 4 stories. It's a shitload of stories.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they in their clan hoods? I can't remember.
I didn't think
Maybe
they were.
not.
I thought they were in their police uniforms.
Okay.
And everything. And he just fucking
Fucks
shoots
them
him
up.
and everything, and then he sees what's going on and everything. He sees these projectors. Then he goes in this back room, and there's a guy who has got like earphones on, and looks like he's putting subliminal messages into the tape.
Yeah,
that's the film that's showing at the movie theater.
Talking about
So
kill
about, like,
yourself,
yeah,
don't trust these other black people.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Hate
riot
yourself,
now.
et cetera, and things like that. Just like a sort of self-hate thing, just self-destruction kind of thing. He tries to shoot him, but it's all out of bullets, and then just chokes him out with the cord. And you realize this is some sort of kind of mind control tech.
Here it is. FT and Sons.
Okay. Interesting. So then we get that whole discovery, and then it fast forwards to the Will Reeves in the wheelchair with a flashlight, sitting by the side of the road watching the chief of or whatever, the chief that died a couple weeks ago.
Don Johnson.
Did you explain about the hypnosis thing?
Yeah, with the subliminal messages and
But he looked like he got the book, and apparently these are some
I forgot about the book. Yeah,
it's a book about mesmerism.
Yeah,
and then the projectors they were using had like special crystals in them. When he went in and basically killed everybody, they were taking crystals out of the projectors, and they were actually on the table.
Yeah.
So that references the flashlight.
Oh, okay. So we find out, I guess, that technology was used when he was in the wheelchair to get the chief to abide by him and
Hang himself.
and everything.
okay.
Strobe light, basically.
Yeah, he laid out the spike strip.
Well, yeah, because I remember when he
everything.
gets out the car, the
just-
strobes
yeah.
and shit are going on. Yeah.
And because it's weird because he's not completely. I mean, he's submissive, but he still has a little bit of like free will to answer questions at his own thought.
Yes, but he also turns it off.
Okay.
He turns it off to have a quick dialogue with him, and then says, "Hey, it's time," basically, and turns it
Okay.
back on.
That's where I was a little. I was trying to understand like the power set of it or whatever because the guy was still like standing there, and he realized like he was just like kind of like hypnotized in his like trance and stuff, and he's like, all right, hang yourself or whatever. So he gets homeboy to push the wheelchair over to the tree, then
Yes,
takes the
master.
rope and then hangs himself and everything.
Wow.
And it was just like, holy shit.
There was one other quick thing that we have to talk about in the flashbacks themselves. So, his wife left and wanted to go back to Tulsa.
They also had a kid.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have a boy, and yeah, that's a
important.
great point.
Yeah.
The son is in the mirror putting on the white
Hooded
hooded justice makeup, and it pisses off Reeves, right?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. And he has a big fight with his wife over it, and the wife is just like, all right, I've had enough. I'm going back to Tulsa. I'm out. And he's like, fuck that. I'm not leaving New York. I'm not going back to Tulsa. There's too much heartache over there. So that was the split in that family, and possibly one of the reasons why Angela really doesn't know her grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm at the point where she finds out that the guy in a wheelchair is her grandfather, and she's like, I don't fucking believe this shit or whatever. But yeah, it explains a lot.
Well, so now you got spoiled.
I mean, I knew he was her grandfather, just learning how they were separated, but I'm still trying to figure out about the goddamn kids.
You're gonna see a lot of weird
Oh
shit.
yeah,
that don't make
yeah.
sense.
The kid stuff actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You still don't know about the white knight
We
and all
haven't
that
gone
stuff.
over the white
No,
knight
no.
yet. That's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out.
I mean, we did talk about it, but you probably forgot.
Yeah, I probably did.
Which is a good thing, because
Yeah.
I know you're going to get caught up over this
Well,
long
I'm still
fucking-
trying to figure out, like, the guy with the chrome mask, like, what's his fucking deal?
Oh yeah, they explained him too.
Looking Glass is a
yeah.
fucking trip, man. Because I watched that episode right before, or a day before watching this latest one. And I was like, God damn.
I think Marigold should be his name.
Yeah.
You know my name is looking. You know that's my right.
Yeah. Well, that old that woman has to be old Dom then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's an FBI cougar badass as well.
That's Silk Spectre.
Yeah.
So I mean, she was a hero.
Yeah.
She can say
But,
whatever the fuck she wants.
So
was that the actual woman, or is that the daughter?
I keep having to. It's the daughter, but both their names are Silk Spectre. Technically,
Okay.
I went over this before. Her name is Silk Spectre 2, but it's Silk Spectre still. It's the daughter,
Okay.
but they have the same name and
That's-
the same sort of costume.
That's what trips me out, the whole daughter with the same name. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Angela starts to, I guess, come through, and is at Lady True's fucking biodome
Yeah,
mansion
on the moon, I
Fucking
think. I'm pretty sure it's the
I have
moon.
no idea where the fuck she's
or
at. but-
Mars, one of the two.
Yeah, she. Well, what's her name's there though? The cop chick is there.
Cop chick.
I mean, Grandma Dom.
No,
Oh,
she's not there. She's not there.
She was at the jail.
Yeah, but she
Oh,
was not
okay.
with Lady True.
Okay. Well, I figured. Well, either way, she had to get out in possession of fucking Angela somehow. So I guess.
She's a trillionaire. She does what the fuck she wants.
When you have a trillion, I mean, there are no, as far as I know, there are no public trillionaires. in the planet.
No.
There probably are some out there that are, because there's people that are richer than Bill Gates and
Oil money.
Yeah, the oil money guys, they probably are trillionaires. But when you get to the T's, like Jesus Christ, that's so much fucking money. You could buy out people's soul. I mean, you could offer pretty much anybody $1 billion with a B.
Yep.
And that's nothing to you.
Yep.
That'd be like giving somebody a fucking $1. You know what I mean? Just
That's a trip.
here, take $1.
Oh, the other
But
big reveal though, sorry, Blue, was that the senator who we've seen all this time is certainly in the organization, leading the organization with the
That
side.
was 2 episodes ago.
Oh man, I'm sorry, I watched
No,
them back
it's
to
all
back.
good. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that
That
was a
was
trip.
a- yeah.
I was like, holy shit, you know. Anyway,
So it's gonna be obviously interesting because now she's, I guess, out of jail or whatever. So the 7th Cavalry, they're gonna be like, "Yo, where's this bitch at?" I don't know how they expect to go after this trillionaire if Angela's protected by her now. It almost sounds like she was kind of narrating everything she was seeing, so it makes it sound. I mean, the truth is out there where she didn't kill the chief or whatever, and she now knows the history and has sort of just been telling, I guess, the truth about everything behind her grandfather.
Yeah, but did y'all notice something's wrong in the show?
What's up?
So something's been bothering me for a while. So we have the 7th Cavalry, right? They call themselves the 7th Cavalry. They're wearing the mask of Rorschach. But we also know that there's legit Klansmen in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And the Klansmen obviously are not the 7th Cavalry.
No.
I think that there's people using that to hide their political. They're kind of using the mask, not the mask per se, but just using that sort of network to operate their means.
I don't think that the Rorschach mask guys are necessarily the bad guys in the show.
Which ones?
All of them.
I mean, one of them in
one
the
that
first
shot-
episode shot a
yeah.
cop.
He did. He did definitely shoot a cop, but you also
For no reason.
No. I understand it's for no reason, but I think that there's like a whole other storyline that's going on something that they're not telling us that the cops did, and that they're wrapped up in. They have the cops that are the cops right now have no fucking clue that they're wrapped up in all that shit. The chief of their fucking police force was a Klansman.
Sure,
But
there's bigger conspiracies going on. There's no doubt. I wouldn't say that they're all totally innocent though.
They're gonna
and
have to get me something
I
drastic
think,
for the.
I think that there's something. I don't think they're all like totally bad like the way they're trying to make it seem. I think that there's something big going on that they haven't told us yet, because the fact that the main cop guy was a Klansman was like, what the fuck, and people knew about it.
And the senator.
Yeah, and the senator, people knew about it. They're obviously not the fucking 7th Cavalry guys, and they're actively going. Both of those guys are actively going after the 7th Cavalry guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck?
There's some. You're right to be suspicious. There's something much bigger going on, but I think that some of the 7th Cavalry guys are basically goons. You know what I mean? In terms of, like whichever one was actually digging under for the funeral. Trying to do the.
They're trying to kill the Klansmen and kill the people that are supporting the Klansmen.
No, the
Well, no. The funeral for
The
Don.
funeral for a
Don.
Klansman.
Well, for Don Johnson, I hear you that he had a robe in his closet. There's no doubt about it. But there were more people than just him there.
I know, but for them though, I think that they might be mixed up with I think that they're doing the will of probably the actual Klan. The cops are, and I think the Rorschach people are like the ones that are trying to revolt against them. And I think that ultimately might be that. Ultimately, that might be what it is.
We'll
they
see.
killed the. I mean, there's still a lot of mysteries to be, I guess, unveiled. But I mean, Angela was targeted. Her and her husband were, at the White Knight thing. So I mean, unless she's got some sort of shady.
I think they were just trying to kill all the cops. I think that remains to be seen, like exactly why they did that. But I think that there's like some shit happened that they're not giving us the other side of the story.
True.
Yeah, because I remember when
most
they
of the
talked about
cops ended
that.
up being black, though.
No,
in
there's
Tulsa.
only a couple though, and it's still if you're still pushing an agenda that is a Klan agenda and you just don't fucking know it, or some fucking totally fucking like agenda that you don't know about. If you're abiding by rules and you're pushing all this shit down and you don't necessarily know where it's coming from, like say, like just for instance, when they all just decided to attack all those white guys that were in the fucking trailer park. Nobody even questioned why they're gonna do it. They just fucking did it. They went in there with fucking guns and shit, beating up fucking people that did nothing fucking wrong, and nobody questioned anything.
No, you're right. Because they had given that, what was that, fourth, what was the license?
Yeah, it's like a Amendment 4 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
They
and
all
they
had
just
to
said,
agree.
Nobody questioned it at all.
Let's just fucking go.
Came through and started busting heads in with all these people that didn't do shit.
Yep. But Angela's kids were at the funeral for Don Johnson too.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that was a suicide vest was going to be used to kill not just cops but family members as well.
but-
What was the
on the
point
other
of even
side,
having the vest armed?
But on the other side, though, you still had cops coming through with force. I don't know if they shot people. I'm pretty sure they did shoot people when they went to that fucking trailer park.
Yeah, the Nixonville.
Yeah,
I thought
for
it was
like,
just a brawl. I didn't know if they shot.
but it's a brawl for what though?
I don't know.
They had literally zero proof that anybody in that fucking entire trailer park did anything.
No.
And they came in there armed and just started beating the shit out of them.
Angela's beating up people.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
well,
like-
Angela didn't want to go. Angela didn't start beating up people till that dude came and swung up on her.
Yeah, and
the
even
the Russian dude seemed to be the one trying to like
he likes
Right.
beating
poke
up
the bear.
on
And the whole time she was just like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And I'm just like, I think she's the one she's gonna wake up because I think the grandfather was trying to get her to wake up to like see what's really going on. That's when she was like, "What are we doing here? Like nobody here did anything."
There's definitely more going on. I'm not. I know there's a larger conspiracy. You're absolutely right about that. There's people on the Rorschach side that have done some foul shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I just think that I think so have other members of like society, especially the cops. Like I just,
yeah,
like that one scene is a perfect example.
They're not
They're
innocent.
just like, "Oh yeah, let's go beat the shit out of him. We're good." Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Kind of jumping into the first
Essentially, they
episode.
orphaned so many. I mean, Angela's got what 3 kids now that aren't hers.
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't know what
Yeah.
happened before that. You know what I mean? Like, why did they do that? We have no idea why they decided to just go through and just shoot a bunch of cops.
Oh, they do explain why the kids are a different color because they have like I think in episode 2 like the real father comes through trying to like see them and she pays them off to leave.
No, that's not the real father.
not-
Oh, that was it?
No,
Oh,
no.
I thought it was because dude was like, oh, you
That was,
get a lot
I
of
think, a
recognition.
grandfather.
Grandfather.
Oh, okay, maybe it was.
But they're legally adopted by Angela and Black Manta.
Yeah.
Black Manta doesn't get a whole lot of
Screen time.
Screen time in this.
No, he
He's
doesn't.
got. I want to know what's his backstory.
He's not a main character. He ain't top billing.
He's not. He sure ain't.
Regina King is, goddammit.
like Idris.
It is Regina. Yeah,
It's
I
the
mean,
Regina show.
It's Regina's show and old Dom Silk Sock.
That's her second husband, right? Because her first husband was murdered when they raided the house,
No,
right?
no. They both survived.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, she got shot and he was okay.
Oh.
Oh man, yeah. There's a lot going on with Watchmen. I feel like, can you give us a quick check on how many more do we have left for that
I
one?
think it's only 8. I think that one was 8.
No, wait, that's not the end of the season.
No.
Yeah, we just watched
I think
8.
there's
Oh,
3.
was it really?
I think there's 3 more.
Yeah, because I just looked it up, and the
Maybe
last
it's 12.
one on Saturday was, or on Sunday was.
No, it's 8. Episode 8 airs on December 8th.
Okay, but that's not this
Is there-
Sunday. That's
Which one did we just?
December 8th.
Coming Sunday.
two,
Wait, two.
no, it's
got
two.
two Sundays.
Two
Yeah,
Sundays.
two.
I
So
was
you-
like,
so
We
wait.
have 2 more
We
episodes.
got 2
left?
episodes left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is there anything this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
December 1st, they're having one almost.
2
released.
more.
Oh.
God damn. Okay. That's a lot to fucking reveal. We still haven't actually seen Dr. Manhattan.
We don't know who the lube guy is.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
What do you mean they did show
Fucking
Manhattan? He was in the play.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and then I guess he's going. We get to see that trial next week, which looks pretty hilarious.
trial.
I don't know if you saw it for the teaser for the next episode.
Who's the trial of?
For the game warden.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons. Holy fuck. God damn. Yeah, and I love him in his traditional fucking gear with the gold.
Ozymandias.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, everybody in the courts is fucking clone and shit. I
Yep.
was like, are they on the jury too? I'm like confused.
The motherfucker set me on fire. God damn it.
Yeah. God damn. Anyway, there's so much fucking going on with this show. I'm ready for these last 2 fucking episodes. Actually, I want to stick with TV just a little bit. I haven't seen I saw 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, but
Oh man.
is the third one's really good?
Yeah, they're all really good so far.
Okay.
Like I really
Yeah.
like them. Yeah.
Everybody's seen 3
Yep.
all the way through?
I've seen 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got better things to do.
You're not watching it all. Yeah, that's right. You don't fuck with
He's not
idiots.
He's not trying to lose any more bets.
God damn. All right. So what did y'all think of this latest one then?
It's really good. It's like the old one. It's
Fucking
got-
gun is badass.
Yeah, that disintegration gun. Basically, he goes kind of John Wick in the fucking show, trying to protect little Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. You want me to spoil it for you?
It doesn't matter to me. I'll watch it later.
Well, just watch it. I don't want to spoil it. It's good. So basically, he sells Baby Yoda, and then to get his new suit.
Oh, okay.
And then shit happens after that.
He sells a baby for a suit.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't really sell. I mean, it was his contract, right? So there's a contract out to get either kill or bring back, or either kill and bring back, or just bring back live this certain object, and it ended up being like a Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Okay.
Yeah, and so he decides
Child
to like,
trafficking.
Yeah, he decides to like not. He decides to not
Your
kill
labels.
it, even though he meets up with another bounty hunter. Tries to kill it, he just kills the bounty hunter, and then so he brings Baby Yoda back, and he gets this special metal that basically makes the Mandalorian armor, and apparently it's super rare. So he decides to just take the money or take the metal, and then he goes back and gets his new suit of armor made because his shit got fucked up by fighting this fucking big ass furry rhino thing.
Yeah.
That was great.
And he got fucked up, and so he gets like his new armor made, and he decides to go back and save the baby because he does some research, and he's like, oh, they're basically going to take the baby apart for like because it's a fucking Jedi baby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure they're trying to extract the midichlorians from it. For something.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That would make a whole lot of sense.
So are the Mandalorians, are they friends of the Republic?
No, they are not.
Bounty
Oh,
hunters.
the Republic or
Are the good guys of the Luke Skywalker crew
Of
and
the
shit?
rebels?
The rebels.
Yeah, rebels,
Yeah.
rebels.
They're sort of.
I would
Yeah.
think they would be kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
like,
they're in the middle. Well, they're definitely anti-Empire,
Yeah.
especially in
Okay.
this episode because they were like, this fucking metal has the the Empire stamp on it.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
that. And
see-
he's like, what's my shit, bro?
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
make this fucking suit.
Yeah.
So.
The motherfuckers are going at it too.
And they showed a bunch of different Mandalorians because, like, when he brings the metal in, everybody's following him in. He's like, "What you got, dog?"
Yeah.
And so he.
I thought they were about to jack him for his
I
shit.
thought so too.
I
Well,
was
that,
like,
that one
damn.
fucking big guy almost did jack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit almost went down. They brought out their fucking crazy ass vibrating knives and shit.
So
And-
are the is the bounty hunter guy, was he a Mandalorian? Boba Fett?
yes,
Okay.
Oh, I
he's
saw.
a clone.
I thought I saw some stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess the
where
original.
they were talking about. I don't know how official this was, but I thought that he was not.
So Boba Fett was the son of Jango Fett, who was a Mandalorian.
I thought that
He's
this
literally in
got-
episode fucking what 3?
I think
Yeah,
this
'cause
got-
He
I think-
watches him get his dad's
I
head get
think-
cut off.
I think
Well,
this got
and-
debunked earlier. Hold on.
Well, no, because then I think in one of the episodes when they're making clones, his dad's like, "Hey, I want to keep one for myself and raise him as my son," or something
Yeah.
like that.
Keep going.
I remember that scene. But yeah, so the Boba Fett is a Mandalorian, I guess a clone of a Mandalorian. Okay. But that shit, the first episode when Homeboy goes down into his like I guess lower level of his ship and he sees all the guys in carbonite, I was like, oh man, that's a fucking good ass throwback. But yeah, actually, I'm really liking, or at least the fact that they brought Billy D. Williams back to the lore was kind of cool because we don't really touch on him too much.
We're talking about Carl Weathers.
No, isn't that Billy D. Williams?
That's Carl Weathers, man. The black guy.
Apollo Creed?
Yeah.
That's Apollo Creed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's Carl Weathers, man.
Wait, who was? Wait.
Let me show you. Billy D. Williams doesn't look as good as Carl Weathers does
Carl
right now.
Weathers is dark as fuck, right?
Yeah, he was pretty dark.
Wait,
Compared to
who?
Billy D. Billy D's like
Who's in,
kinda
who's in
light-skinned.
Star Wars?
Here. That's
Who-
the first thing that
I gotta
pops
look
up
this
on Boba.
Colt 45, Billy D. Williams, right? wasn't he in the original Star Wars?
Billy D.
Wait,
was
maybe I'm
in,
saying the
was
wrong
in,
name.
was in Empire.
Well, if it's just like where he's raised, then none of them are then.
I mean, I have to dig deeper into it, but this was from, I thought, the wiki stuff.
Well, just I don't know. Just like it'd be like saying that you're not. It'd be like saying if you were. Like if both your parents are black and you were raised in Europe, well, you're not black anymore. You're European. That's basically what that's saying. That's kind of silly.
Yeah, there's quite a bit on. You know, we'll have to come back to this.
What the article that he was referencing said that basically because Boba Fett was raised on Kamino and not Mandalore, that he's not Mandalorian, but he's a clone of a Mandalorian. So that seems kind of dumb, to me anyway. Yeah.
So
that's
yeah,
Billy D.
homeboy
Williams.
isn't. Yeah, he isn't
Yeah.
Billy D. Williams. I'm looking at a picture of
Right.
Billy D. Williams, and yeah, the motherfucker don't even look alike.
Yeah, Carl Weathers aged well.
Yeah.
But I think Billy D. Williams is kind of older too, though.
Yeah. We had him on our show, right?
No.
No.
Oh shit!
What?
Damn, I'm all fucked up.
God
on-
damn,
on
no,
my black
we-
folks.
Yeah,
Billy D. Williams.
Goddamn, can we get you some nostalgia?
Maybe. Shit. I'm confusing them with homeboy from the Ghostbusters that was on. You know me. God damn. Well, it's because blacks don't crack. Like,
Jesus
all these
Christ.
motherfuckers look like.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's.
Wait, he wasn't in Action Jackson, right?
I can't.
No, I'm fucking around.
no.
Fucking around.
Are you? Who's playing this? Is
Wait,
old
he was Action Jackson, or God, what's the guy?
You getting your old black man really
no,
confused?
Carl Weathers, right? That's the guy that's in
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed, and also in Mandalorian. But he also was Action Jackson
He could have been. I
back
don't
in
know.
back with
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Vanity was in the movie. I think it was Vanity.
You think about talking about Purple Rain, man?
No, that's what's Prince.
Okay, so was Old Ninja the only one playing this new Jedi game?
So
Yeah.
far, yeah.
Sounds
It's
like
on my
it.
list. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for prices to drop on a bunch of games
Yeah.
on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So, because I just got done playing Death Stranding, and now I hop back on Borderlands 3. I'm just getting a bunch of legendaries now.
Which well, actually for Black Friday, which games are y'all trying to get specifically
Probably Death Stranding.
for you?
I don't
Okay.
think that'll be on sale yet, but it might. Shit.
You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I already saw something about Modern Warfare, which dropped at
Yeah.
the end of October, like $38 or
Yeah.
something.
I want Modern Warfare,
Yeah, I
probably
might.
Control, the Jedi game. There's a couple of them too.
The one Outer Worlds one.
Outer Worlds, it's another one.
Yeah. If I'm seeing stuff for 40 or under
Yeah.
that came out like a few months ago,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking Modern Warfare is probably the one I would most likely
It's a
pick
great
up.
game.
What's going on with I guess the Google Stadia?
Ho, ho, ho.
I've seen, I guess,
Commercials for it.
well, no, but
Garbage commercial.
From my knowledge, I guess this new console dropped from, I guess, Google.
Do they want you calling it a console? Is that or do they not? want-
It's a console.
Okay.
Sort of.
Kind of jumping.
It's a streaming console.
Kind of jumping back to Black Friday. Death Stranding is going to be available for $40
Oh,
at
shit, there you
Can't
go.
beat that.
Definitely get that shit then.
GameStop. Is posted on their site,
Good shit.
and it just posted literally 6 hours ago.
So
I got it.
Stadia, I guess, dropped within the last maybe week, 2 weeks.
Sort of, yes.
I've seen, I guess, one review on it from like IGN, gave it like a 6 overall. It said that I guess they still got a lot of problems. There were some things that were okay about it, but it just doesn't seem like, at least from my point of view, that Google is promoting it or putting like a full effort behind getting people to buy it. Or I'm so confused on this like
That's not even the
half-assed
problem.
kind of like.
I heard about it for a while now. Like, it was a big deal, I guess, if you're in the tech world, because I mean, we've had a bunch of different other manufacturers. This is not the first streaming console, like, not by far. There's one called like the Phantom, or there's a couple other ones back in the day that they just didn't come to fruition for the main reason is bandwidth. So anytime anybody wants to come out with a streaming console, I'm like, okay, but you have to remember there's places around in the United States that don't have the best bandwidth. You don't have the best bandwidth, you might as well just not get it because
Yep.
it's not going to play well. But one of the two of the big things that I've been seeing a problem with is that, first of all, people were not getting the hardware that they pre-order, and the second thing was that even if they did get the hardware, you had to have some sort of code from Google to be able to play anything. And
Wait.
people were getting the hardware and not the fucking code, so they couldn't play shit.
Wait, hold on. Let's back up. I want to make sure I get this because it seems really confusing with the messaging. Is it? I've seen the controller itself. Is there a physical box
I think you can stream it through your PC.
through any PC? Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's I think there's an actual physical box, but you stream it through your PC.
Okay.
So
But it's obviously not like a service like Steam or any of those
I
others.
think I think there's a physical one too, because you can play it on your TV. So they have a physical like Stadia box.
Okay. Show me what this box is looking like. And you can buy these boxes in GameStop, Walmart, Targets, and all that, or no?
Well, you had to pre-order it through GameStop. Let me see.
Well, I know right now on YouTube, Google's fucking advertising shit like crazy because like every other commercial I see is for this unit, this box. It has
Show me what the box looks like. Because all I've seen is this controller.
yeah, that's all I've seen.
And Google obviously has buku dinero. Sorry, he's searching, guys.
I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, because they just use a Google Chrome
Chromecast.
Ultracast.
Oh, okay.
So you can use a Chrome Ultracast or Google Chrome Ultra. Chromecast, whatever.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
like a little USB
Yeah.
stick to a dongle
Well, it's a HDMI, but yeah.
or HDMI. Okay.
Yeah, so that's all you need is an HDMI thing to a TV and a controller, and everything just streams through it.
Gotcha. But it's not downloaded anywhere. You're going to be streaming for everything, right?
Yeah, you stream. So that was supposed to be the whole appeal of it,
Wow.
because you could stream 4K quality content, without without buying like a lot of hardware. Because a Chromecast Ultra is less than $100, I think. So
Okay.
it costs like nothing.
But are you hearing in the tech world that this doesn't work as advertised?
Well, there's just problems like what I mentioned. A lot of it had to do with codes. A lot of it had to do with lag, because there's like videos of someone like pressing like the space bar to jump, and like literally a second later then it would jump. Like you can't play a game like that. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, just like the code thing is what I saw was like the main one. Is just like people were just not being able to get the codes to play games, and obviously the lag and shit like that. So, I mean, it's kind of what I thought it was gonna be. You know, when they first announced it, I was like, you know, you can say all you want about streaming games, but listen, if you don't have the bandwidth, it doesn't really matter. Especially when the infrastructure is another main thing.
But Google has these brilliant people. Why is this like?
You can have the most brilliant mind in the world, but you're never gonna have a brilliant mind that is going to overcome, you know, a 2K fucking bandwidth.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to say in terms of why do this with such a poor execution of the idea, and then have your reputation tarnished in terms of this, not the Google brand, but this actual.
Well, it is Google brand. I mean, it's tarnishing their brand.
Yeah, but sure. I mean, but you know how Google Plus failed and fizzled, and that didn't hurt Google. This can succeed or fail, and still Google's going to be a $1 trillion company or whatever. Yeah. But Stadia as a brand with a foul launch, it's getting 6 on IGNs and people talking about it not working very well. That's going to hurt this as a brand, a new IP.
Yeah, I mean, definitely will. But I mean, they still have time to fix it. They still have AAA games on board. They still have a lot of games out there that are developing games for, and games that aren't right now that are new titles. So we'll see if they can fix it. It's pretty hard. The gaming community is not very forgiving.
No,
especially when it comes to like the way shit basically works.
Yeah, being able to press a button and have your character move from point A to point B or shoot something.
Just like
Come
that.
on.
Yeah.
And especially with games that we've seen on PC and on PS4, Xbox, Switch, whatever, that worked.
Yeah, there's been I can only think of one game that actually fixed problems, and that was major problems, and that was No Man's Sky. And that is the only one. And they made huge mistakes, but they've definitely fixed the vast majority of things that they did. And there's actually a new Synthesis comes out tomorrow, which is going to change the game again. So other than that, I can't think of any other fucking game or any other fucking console for that matter that has made huge mistakes that have come back from that. Usually you don't come back from that. That's it.
I mean, I will say, we've talked about it multiple times. The other huge example is Fortnite doing the whole PvE stuff and then switch it up to the Battle Royale.
Yeah, but they also switched up to free. I mean, that's a huge distinction. It's nobody was buying the game. Nobody still bought the game because it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was a huge turnaround. But anyway, I'm not feeling great about this one. It doesn't seem like it's getting a whole lot of buzz. I don't see people raving about it. I don't see people proud of their controllers in line anywhere.
I
don't get this.
I didn't even know it was out. Even with the ads and stuff I've been seeing, I thought it was coming soon, but apparently it's out already.
Yeah, it's $129 for the controller and the Chromecast. So I mean that's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I guess is it just a subscription service, or do you pay per game that you play?
I believe, yeah. It's like you pay for
renting a game or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, I think you buy it. Actually, I don't fucking know. Let me see.
Because if you buy it, where do you store it? Do you store it in the cloud?
Yeah, in the cloud.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look at the games that are out with it. I mean, Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Doom. These are AAA games.
They are.
These are out for it right now. Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean,
as long as they work.
Yeah,
that's my issue. But yeah, some of those are very recent games. We will fucking see. I don't know.
So what's this Irishman thing that you're watching? I saw you tweeting out about it.
I'm interested in it. I haven't quite started. I thought I was going to get time today because I was off. But that's the one with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro doing the mobster movie.
I thought he's Italian.
Yeah. But so I'm sorry. The Irishman is about, I think, the friend of Jimmy Hoffa, and it talks about Jimmy Hoffa's life and the Teamsters and all that political stuff and mobster organized crime shit.
Okay.
So it'll get into typical kind of Scorsese, Goodfellas, and all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Just from the trailers. I haven't seen it quite yet.
I'm gonna have to watch the trailer then. I guess.
Yeah, it looks fucking good, man. I mean, who doesn't want to see Joe Pesci busting people eyeballs out with a baseball bat? You know what I mean? He does that well. He's always done that fucking well.
Factually correct.
Is it on Netflix or?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It was in theaters briefly for like 2 weeks or some bullshit.
Oh shit.
It's a movie or a TV show?
It's a movie.
Okay, yeah.
So it looks like it's going to be interesting. Netflix is heavily promoting it. It's at the top of the fucking featured shit with Netflix. So I'm gonna check it out. Maybe even late night tonight or early fucking tomorrow. We will fucking see.
Stitch, did you watch that Daybreak shit?
Daybreak.
Oh, on Netflix, the one with
Yeah.
the kids, the high schoolers.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, no, I got distracted. I watched Money Heist or whatever on Netflix.
Please watch it. I want your hot take on that shit.
I told myself I was gonna watch it, and then Rainbow Six was like doing that whole thing with Money Heist, and I was like,
I missed that.
I was like, oh, let me go check out this show to see what it's about. And the first 4 episodes were great.
Okay.
And then it got fucking stupid. People were fucking up. It reminded me of the movie Inside Man.
Oh yeah.
So they're pretty much inside the bank, but not really trying to get out of the bank or
That's a
whatever.
good
They
movie,
essentially break into the bank, and in Spain. And what throwing me off was because I normally watch it in subtitles when I'm watching stuff on Netflix or whatever, and they're saying stuff that is not what is being written at the bottom. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
And
anime style.
But it's.
It's an American show.
No, well, I'll get to that or whatever, because they're saying like blah blah blah. I'm gonna order a Big Mac or whatever, and he says it, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna order a Whopper with cheese on the bottom. I'm like, he didn't fucking say that.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
I see.
And so then I'm looking, I'm like, I'm like, it's not matching up. I'm like, is this dubbed?
Anime
And
dubbed.
It is dubbed
Yeah.
and everything, which threw me off because I guess it's takes place in Spain or
Yeah.
whatever. So I was like, okay. That's interesting, but I had to turn off my subtitles because it was completely fucking me up.
Wow, that's my favorite way to watch it. I love that.
No,
Yeah, that fucks with me. I can't.
Oh,
do
I
that.
love
not
that
a,
shit.
No, 'Cause I'm not. I can watch a show or a movie maybe in subtitles. I can't watch because there's like 4 seasons of this shit. I can't watch 4 seasons of Spanish in subtitles and everything like that. Like no, and I mean anime I can do it, but not that.
Okay.
But yeah, they break into the bank, this mint, and essentially they're printing their own money. Their goal is to stay in there, and while they're in there, they're printing money, and then they're gonna figure out their way out or whatever. And it's all good till this one dumb bitch falls in love with this other fucking kid in the fucking crew, and starts fucking up their golden ass fucking plan. Don't get in no relationships. Don't tell anybody your name. This bitch fucking tells her name. Starts
Goddamn.
sleeping with the kid. They weren't supposed to shoot nobody. He fucking freaks out and shoots somebody.
Wait, who's starring in this?
I don't know.
No names?
Bunch of European actors and stuff
Okay.
like that. The one dude inside, I think his name's like Berlin or whatever, because their code names are all like cities and shit
Okay.
like that, except for the dumb bitch that doesn't know how to follow the fucking stick to the plan. He's really good. I've seen him in something. I just can't think what it is. But it's really good for the first couple episodes, and then I just got so fucking annoyed at this dumb bitch just going off the grid because she's in love or some dumb shit. I'm like, bitch, you in a bank, SWAT's outside, we gotta print this money and get the fuck out of here.
That dick though.
It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god, and no one's supposed to be using a fucking phone and shit, and the guy that she's fucking boning ends up letting one of the hostages fucking do something on Instagram, and then it gets out, and and then it's covered up, and like, no, you can't kill him. God damn, you're printing up something. The total prize is supposed to be like around like $1 billion or whatever. Money Heist. Bitch, pretty much, bitch is fucking up money because they in love. It's an Ocean's 11 badass plan, and the dumb bitch falls in love with the member of the crew and is completely fucking up because one of the guys, he's like the man in the chair. He's off site.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you need to do this. I'm hacked in the cameras. They put a phone line up through the toilet, so there's no like digital like cell phone lines. They're all like just straight hardwired or whatever in the communications and shit. And this bitch just keeps fucking up everything, and just like, it's not a love. I didn't turn into this to watch a love story. I want to see these motherfuckers pull some genius shit and get rich.
I hope a chick didn't write that in the movie, right? I hope not.
I don't. It's a series. It's like
a series?
it's like 4 seasons or whatever.
Where are you going with the chick writing it?
Well, I would hope that somebody didn't like a chick didn't write like another chick basically fucking over everybody for some dude. Like it seems like really
There's
petty.
two-
and
there's
like,
two girls
It's
in
like
the
a really
crew.
sexist trope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
It's maybe like an 8-9 man crew, 2 women. One of the girls is she's got her head on straight, and it's a one dumb bitch or whatever, just fucking up everything in terms of like we just print the fucking money, get in, get out, and she's just like being fucking dumb.
Yeah, heist movies are pretty straightforward, like, or they should be.
You gotta stick to the fucking plan. When it's
Oh,
time to go, it's
yeah,
time to go.
It's a bunch of dudes. Yeah, you guys are assholes. I'm like,
You know what's so funny
Yeah,
about
but what?
this about this
it's,
whole
it's
thing?
a bunch of dudes that are writing it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're a bunch of assholes.
It just dawned on me. What's so funny about this whole fucking thing? Rick and Morty did a fucking spoof of this shit because
Yeah.
Morty wanted to write a heist story
Oh
and was
my
selling it
God.
to fucking Netflix. Literally, Rick and Morty made fun of this fucking show.
Yep.
Dude, that fucking episode was so goddamn
It was
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They were doing
plots and plots.
plots and
plots.
yeah. I was gonna say a dream inside a dream, but yeah, it was some
They're basically
Inception.
Inception-esque, yeah.
It was fucking hilarious. And then, I need to watch that one again too, because that whole what was the name of the robot? The fucking
The heist bot. and
The
then
heist bot,
fucking-
yeah.
And then the other one,
Random-
Random bot.
Random
yeah. That's so fucking hilarious.
I
It was
got
good.
fucking lost. I was like, what the fuck?
And what
now?
were they saying? Like when they would dap each other off, they would say,
Oh goddamn, I forget it. I forget what it was.
That's what. Oh shit, that was gonna be my intro too. Like,
Yeah.
like Rick, you son of a bitch.
"Yeah, you crazy son of a
You
bitch,
crazy son of a bitch.
you crazy bitch."
Fuck, I was gonna say that as my intro, but I totally fucking forgot.
Oh man, that episode was good.
Now, what's your cold take on this Frozen 2? What was this drama bullshit you was talking
Oh, I'm just talking about the best movie in America right now, Frozen.
Okay.
Put your dumbass incel movie on ice.
An incel movie. Incel movie. Okay.
Yeah, so I actually plan on probably watching it. I didn't watch Frozen until maybe I think this year. I was late to the whole Frozen thing because I remember you hated the original Frozen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And I was not really a big Disney
I mean, it's
animated thing.
it's not only I like some animated features. It's a, like, singing kind of...
Yeah, that's another thing I'm not a big fan
It's
of.
a musical.
Yeah.
You know, all those traditional kind of ways.
Yeah,
But
I ended up picking up my phone when they started singing, but the song is kind of a little catchy, even whatever. But I guess Frozen 2 dropped and took all the money again.
absolutely. We knew it would.
Yeah. So I was just seeing if you're gonna follow your girl down her hole of just wrong takes or whatever.
My girl, always with that. I will say this: I didn't see I'm not a big Frozen guy or whatever, but it is interesting that not only is it taken off, but I mean, obviously you had Maleficent last month for them, and then you have Star Wars coming up this month. They released 12, 13 movies this year.
They're taking over the calendar.
Jeez, I mean, there's not a month period or 3 week period where there's not a Disney movie in theaters.
Why are you complaining, bro?
I mean, I don't like all of them, but
Suck that mouse dick.
Mm-hmm.
Just get on. You got kids, man. Just
no, they didn't. My kids didn't check out the Maleficent one. Did yours check out
no.
that one?
No. My oldest might have been interested, but I don't think she watched it.
Yeah. And then now we're really just in the countdown period before episode 9. I don't think
Yeah.
anything else is fucking like big dropping.
No.
The one that flopped though, kinda. I was actually excited about the 21 Bridges with T'Challa and Russo brothers, directors of the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah, but
That didn't seem to do well.
Well, they didn't put that as much. It didn't have as much hype. Listen, the Russo brothers, what they did with the highest grossing movie of all time, it took goddamn 10 years to fucking lead up to.
Yeah.
And it took, the lead up to was drastic. It was more and more money over time. Like, obviously, you're not going to just drop one movie. It's going to make the same amount of money. That's insane.
No, I'm not saying it's going. Nobody ever was saying it was going to make Endgame money. No doubt. But I think that name and having Chadwick Boseman, I think that they're disappointed that it didn't do as well.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't push the same amount of money in advertisement as they did
didn't
with the rest of their stuff. Like,
didn't
I've
see
only
much
seen
of
like a
nothing.
handful.
I would
Yeah.
see it online, an advertisement for it, but I would never see a TV. I didn't see any
Yeah.
TV commercials. I would just
I
see it
thought-
pop
It's
up.
been quiet. That's
Yeah,
it.
I've only seen like trailers before movies. Like actually sit in my ass in a movie theater watch it. Yeah, I didn't see any kind of TV ads for it. But then again, I don't watch much TV.
Didn't he have another movie that got
He had a Netflix
squashed or something? Chadwick, because he had the 21.
Yeah, another one that was a smaller
Banker or
This is 21 Bridges. Maybe
I
there
think,
was another
I think there's a
one.
movie called The Banker or something that that I think he's in that got there was some sort of I'm gonna look it up while I'm not.
I thought it was
Old
17
Ninja.
Crossroads. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, well,
Anyway, let's rewind a little bit because we talked about the Rick and Morty episode, which was funny because Elon Tusk was in there. So I'm gonna talk about some Elon Musk because it really was his voice, by the way.
Yeah,
really?
yeah, it really was him.
So I'm gonna talk about the Cybertruck.
Holy shit.
go ahead.
What?
No, I'll come back to that later.
So the Cybertruck got announced over, I think it was like the weekend, and I was fucking eagerly awaiting the Cybertruck. Seriously, I was. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be dope because there's a company called Rivian that's gonna come out with a really nice looking truck, like
Okay.
a truck looking truck. All right, so the Cybertruck got like I'm literally sitting there with K-Mac and we're waiting for it to drop. And this fucking thing rolls out. I say this thing because it was a thing. I was like, okay, is this like a joke? Like, this looks like something that I would have drawn when I was like 8 years old, like on some
Yeah.
paper. Like, this is my supercar. And I was like waiting for them to just like smash it and like pull the real one out. And they had things that were like, oh yeah, look, it's bulletproof. Like, we're gonna smash the door. Look, it's not gonna do anything. And when he smashed it, I was like, it's, okay, so now the whole thing's gonna shatter, and underneath is gonna be the real truck, right? Nah, I was just like, okay. And then they threw some fucking balls at the window and talking about how durable the windows are, and it shattered the windows. I was like, hopefully it's gonna shatter the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the real car's underneath, but no, this fucking thing looks so goddamn janky. And don't get me wrong, like, the specs are dope. The specs are really good, but I think they're really missing the mark on pricing with this thing.
So it would be like talking about a woman who is incredibly ugly, but she has a healtly heart. You know what I mean? And her
Yeah.
cholesterol numbers are
Yeah.
excellent.
It looks
but she's
real-
ugly as fuck.
Well, no, but it's real. And she get fucked like a champ. 'Cause, like the actual, like the specs and like what it can do, it basically it goes faster than like most Porsches. Like
Yeah.
like the highest priced one goes 0 to 60 in like 2.9 seconds, which is where I'm gonna kind of divert from like most of the fanboys saying how it's ugly. It's like, yeah, it's ugly, but I think they're also Tesla doesn't understand like what people want in a truck.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you remember the video game Test Drive or Hard Drive or something like that? The arcade game, how it was all like polygons and shit like that. That's what this
Yeah.
fucking truck looks like. It looks like it just came out of that fucking game.
it looks so bad.
N64.
Like, so the cost of the truck. So I thought about this before, like, too, but Doug DeMuro broke it down, like, way further. If you don't know who Doug DeMuro is, he's a guy who does, like, a lot of car reviews online. And he broke it down, like, even, like, on better numbers on how the Tesla numbers don't match up with, like, the numbers of, like, a normal truck. And they don't because, like, the cheapest one is, like, I think $40,000. But the cheapest one that's, like, $40,000, it only tows, like, 10,000 pounds. And it's like, it doesn't go that fast, which it's a fucking truck, so trucks don't need to go fast, all right? And the shit they're actually getting with it, a comparable gasoline truck tows around the same, and you get more shit with it. So it's just like, and like the one that's like the most expensive is like 70 grand, and it goes 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, but it's like, nobody gives a shit if a truck goes 0
Yeah.
to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Like, they want it to fucking tow shit
Yeah.
and make it fucking fall.
You have shit flying out your car, your tailgate. or
Ignorant
whatever.
ass question. Sorry to stop you, but I just want to make sure I get on the same page. What I saw didn't look like it had a bed. Did I miss
So
something?
It does have a bed, but the thing
Okay.
is, okay, so when I saw it too, I was like, this is shape stupid, and there's no bed. I saw the same thing, but so the back rolls up, so there's a bed.
Oh,
And
it's hidden.
It looks real fucking slick when it rolls back,
Okay.
because it's like a built-in like bed cover.
I got you.
And
It's like oh shit. It looks more like a oh god, what's it called? A sports SUV or something like that.
no, it looks retarded. It doesn't look like a sports SUV. Hold on, let me just show you.
You know what? Actually, you know what it reminds me of? It was a fucking DeLorean. It
looks
kind of
like
looks like that.
Looks
just
like
the color-wise.
DeLorean. It looks like what an 8-year-old imagined in 1980s was gonna be the future truck.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the real fucking truck. Like this, what the fuck?
Oh, that's
I
how
see-
the,
I
the
see
bed
the
rolls
back.
out.
I see the
Okay.
bed here.
We
Yeah.
had to
Oh,
make
okay.
a car in my drafting class in like 7th grade, and that's what it
Yeah.
looked like, with polygons and fucking shapes, using a T-square and all that dumb shit.
Didn't a few years ago? Didn't Tesla release like a 18-wheeler that
This is it.
they built?
No. Well, no, they're gonna release a semi truck soon.
Yeah, because I remember that's when they re-announced the Roadster coming back.
Yeah, and it looks better. So,
yeah.
that's the truck. Actually, they announced this too. This is an ATV.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Tesla ATV,
That's cool.
which is pretty dope. But you see how like the dimensions are all kind of fucking wonky and
Yep.
shit. But like, so this is covered up normally, right? But
Yeah.
it rolls up into itself, which is pretty dope. And all this extends by itself. So this is all built into the truck.
It looks more El Camino-y than it does trucky.
Yes, El Camino. That's what I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
but
yeah,
it has the same dimensions of like
Put a bet on it.
F-150.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's deceptive because of the polygons.
Yeah, but it's just like it's super weird looking. But apparently the one that's like 70 grand gets like 500 miles. But if you tow, you're gonna get way less than that. So it's just like, it's like I don't know. People. You know what's funny is that they said that I guess they got like over 100,000 pre-orders. Mm-hmm. But it's like, okay, that's actually not that much.
No, it isn't.
Given two things. All right, first of all, when the Model 3 was announced, it got like 250,000 pre-orders, and the pre-order cost you $1,000.
Yep.
The pre-order for that thing costs $100.
Yeah.
So people are just gonna
Very different.
People are just gonna fucking press that shit and be like, look, I'll pre-order the fucking Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna fucking get that shit.
And I will say this too. Truck people are very specific and particular about what they fucking like. And they're sometimes different from traditional car buyers.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're missing, especially when they said the 0 to 60 time. I was like, yeah, that's fast, but I don't give a shit about a fast truck.
Yeah. Even the advertising for trucks, if you really notice, it's different from how they advertise
it's about
cars.
It's about towing capacity, the fucking miles per gallon,
Going off-road and shit.
Yeah, like nobody gives a shit about how
fucking
fast
bed
it goes.
space.
And
or
you
whatever.
see people putting bales of hay or rocks or concrete. Let me put it in my bed. And
Dropping big ass bins of rocks and shit.
different imagery.
They put in an ATV in the back, which fits in the back, and you can actually charge the ATV in the back of the bed.
That's
but
cool.
at the same time, nobody cares about that kind of shit. Nobody
It's,
gives a shit
it's
about
shiny. The truck commercials, you see it rolling through mud and just dirt and rocks and what is it? The Chevy thing like a rock is.
You know what else this reminds me of? You remember Michael Jackson Moonwalker? Remember how when he transformed into the fucking sports car, like he like does the whole fucking hot teen thing and turns into the sport car and takes off? That's what this kind of looks like, but with big ass wheels.
Yeah, it's so fucking.
Yeah, this
it's so
thing is
odd.
hideous.
And of course, they lost a shitload of stock. It was like 8% in a day.
God damn.
Elon Musk, like he lost like I think it was like $500 million in his investment portfolio or something like that. So it was just like, and I get it. Like as soon as I saw the truck, I was like, oh, when it ended, I was like, their stock's going down tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I would fucking sell. Like, seriously.
Because it looks like amateur hour. That's what it does. I
And
mean,
the thing that is weird to me is that, listen, okay, the truck is ugly. We'll just accept that. But what's even worse is that it looks, when you're a car manufacturer and you have a brand, your brand, you have a certain look to it. You have a design that you generally try to follow. Look at any other fucking car manufacturer out there. Mm-hmm. Their shit generally looks the same for a reason, because when you buy something, you like that design. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they just went to like left field in another fucking planet with this design, their other designs were like nice and flowy. They look nice.
oh, absolutely.
They're not blocky. They look like, they're
Very
smooth
sleek
looking,
and,
sleek, yeah. But in this one, it looks like it's so fucking 80s futuristic.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck? It's not 2000s futuristic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Ugh.
What? Do you know the name of the other truck company that makes electric trucks?
it's Rivian. I talked about it in the beginning. Rivian is the shit.
Do you have a picture of it? Can you show?
I'll show you like the Rivian. And Rivian shit is I was looking at their stuff for like a long time now, and just so everybody knows, Rivian actually got $500 million from Ford invested because they like their designs.
Good shit.
And they're gonna actually put. Hold on, typing it right. They're gonna put some tech from Rivian into their new electronic F-150.
Very nice.
So this is Rivian's idea of.
Oh, that looks like a truck.
It looks like.
That looks like an ad for a fucking truck.
It's got the camper. It's got the trailer.
Out in the fucking desert.
Yeah.
No roads to be seen.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll put the main website again, so everybody can see.
That looks very truckish.
Yeah. So this. God damn it! Stop moving around. So this is Rivian's idea of a truck. Mm-hmm. So it looks like a truck.
Yeah.
And this thing, the thing in the middle right here, this thing passes through both sides.
That's cool.
So
That's
you
a
can
cool
like put a
feature.
whole bunch of shit in there. It's got the
storage
trunk.
container
It's
thing.
got the front also because it's electric. It's like you have a front trunk, so it's huge.
Yeah.
Along with the back, and they also have an SUV. This is the SUV that they're making. I think it's the S, right? This is the SUV. Looks like an SUV.
Yeah, it looks like a Land Rover or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
This looks like sort of futuristic. It's not the greatest looking one, but it looks like something that is useful.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. It's odd to say the fucking least.
See, I thought their truck was gonna look like their 18-wheeler, just like kind of a smaller version, because their 18-wheeler looks kind of cool.
It does. Looks
Yeah.
like it looks futuristic.
So I love the memes that are coming from this, because like people are saying like, oh, there was a guy on the design team, and Eli Musk was like, we need this right now, and the guy's like,
Let me scribble some shit down.
He took his kid's fucking picture off the fucking his refrigerator that he had underneath his desk and fucking gave it to him.
Yeah.
Well, the other part that was weird to me was that they were touting weird features too, other than the 0 to 60 time, when they were saying how the skin of it is bulletproof. I'm like, nobody gives a shit unless you live in fucking the Congo. Or
Wow,
some shit.
like
Nobody cares that the skin of it is bulletproof.
no.
And they were like, and the windows are super durable. Again, nobody really gives a shit about that. You know,
No.
when they made the point about the semi truck having the durable windshield, that makes sense because in a semi truck, apparently, if you have a crack in your windshield, you can't drive the truck.
Oh,
Like
fuck.
you have to get the windshield replaced immediately. It's a huge deal, and you have to you'll lose cargo time.
Yeah.
But in a car, nobody gives a shit. Like
No.
you crack your window, it's like, oh, it's cracked. My fucking windshield's cracked like in 3 places right now. I don't give a shit.
Keep going.
I'll get it replaced eventually, but it's not a priority.
Yeah.
That's how most people are. And like same thing with like the skin of the truck. Like I don't give a shit about like if you want to pay extra for bulletproofing, I get that. But like the normal car is bulletproof, like
Well,
why?
It makes sense if you have an ambassador in your car and you're like in Washington D.C. proper. You know what I mean?
It's like, it seems like a total waste of fucking money to me.
Yeah.
It does.
Unless you're doing some gangbanging. Let's switch it up a little bit. We have like failed on our discussions with like comics for a while.
Oh yeah, bro. I read 30 comics this week.
Yeah, I'm
least,
catching
at
up
least.
too. I'm catching up quite a bit. Actually, and Stitch, you're doing a little bit as well. Or?
Yeah, but, I've written the Absolute Karma one they gave to me, and then what was the other the other Carnage one? House of Carnage.
Yeah.
And-
Wait. So there's Absolute Carnage, and then there was like a kind of an intro one.
Yeah,
Something with Carnage.
The Absolute Carnage one, I really like the, and then also I've been picking up the X-Men
Oh, so good.
reboots, which has been really well.
Read these today, so
That's what I need to do. I need to follow along with the New Mutants, X-Force, and there's like
Excalibur.
there's a bunch.
Excalibur,
Hold on,
yeah,
Hold on,
it's-
let me give you the whole list.
there's like 5 of them that tie in. I'm like, shit.
It's usually I'm pissed off when comic books do this shit, but in this instance I don't really give a shit because it's Hickman.
You almost have to with the X-Men though. They're so big. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna have 40 people. You know.
Yeah, so you have to read what it's X-Men, Marauders, Excalibur, New Mutants, X-Force, and Fallen Angels.
Yes.
Damn.
And it's all in a certain reading order, and it gives in the back of all of them it tells you which ones you have to
Yeah,
read.
it'll rotate like every other week on the Wednesday.
Shit, I
drops.
just read the end of this one. God damn it!
Oh.
Now I know who got fucked up.
But this is following off of Powers of X, House of X, which I have like one more book to finish, which I'll do that tomorrow. But I'm loving everything about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just been a really good resurgence for them. You know what I mean? Because there was a time when like the X-Men were fucking kings of the comic world, and they fell off, and you know a lot of conspiracy theories about hey Disney didn't own them, and so they didn't promote them in terms of even the comics. But Disney owns them now.
Well, apparently
we are.
Jonathan Hickman's getting a lot of shit from fans about this series.
From who? Wait, who?
He put out a tweet the other day about saying how he's trying to get fired or some shit because people were complaining. Hold on.
What are they complaining? How you gonna come at our boy?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
And I'm not current yet, but I mean,
Let me tell you the exact tweet. Oh, here he said, if you're unhappy about me writing the X-Men, I want you to listen closely. I'm doing everything I can every single day to get fired. They just won't do it.
damn.
That was his feedback to fans that didn't
Love
like
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Middle finger to the fucking world, man. How you gonna question a fucking comic god? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's been really fucking good. I'm still enjoying.
What they're mad about.
I don't know.
Well,
Who's
you're
mad?
current, right?
Yeah, I'm current.
Okay.
So, wait,
Well,
if-
I'm sorry. I'm like, I have to read X-Force and like another one today,
Okay.
and
He's
like
just-
Fallen Angels. But
He's just being sarcastic, right?
yeah.
Okay, I was like, shit, he didn't try to get fired. I'm a little confused now.
Yeah. I've loved everything with Justice League and Fantastic Four as well. I don't know if you're on those.
Wait,
Chronos?
which one?
Justice League and Fantastic
Bro,
Four.
So I had to catch on both of those. So I literally went through comics the other day, and I went through and like stacked up the ones that I was behind on. So that's why I read a bunch of comics this week. It's because my backlog was so big. I was like, I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna take some nootropics and some coffee and just fucking power through a bunch of these comics. So like literally this entire stack right here is what I read
Good.
this week. It's basically over like 2 days. But yeah, I caught up on like a bunch of Marvel stuff, but I need to catch up on like DC shit.
Okay. But Fantastic Four wasn't in there though.
Wasn't in there.
What about Silver Surfer Black?
I caught up on that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's already finished, so
Oh wow! No, see, that's how far behind I must be. Then
it's only a few. I think it's like maybe 5.
oh man, I've loved
But it's so
it,
good
though.
because it's that artist that I love. The guy that did
Cates?
Luther Strode. No. He did Luther Strode.
Yeah, you could tell from the art style. It's psychedelic. It's really bright and colorful, even though they're in deep space. But
Yeah. He does some like real
works,
trippy
man.
shit. Yeah.
I've been really impressed, and I'm glad that Marvel's come back with that shit. And then I've also loved on the DC side, City of Bane, which I know is a couple months old now or whatever. I'm finishing that off, and obviously everything having to do with my new favorite Green Lantern is this Jessica Cruz.
Yeah.
I'm on it with her.
I was on board earlier with her because it was somebody that had a social disorder like from the get go, and it's just like watching her like kind of get out of her shell to like fight crime. I thought that was really cool.
She had anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Serious, crippling
She
anxiety.
had agoraphobia, so she didn't want to agoraphobia. But she couldn't even go outside.
Yep.
So
And she overcame that with that whole willpower and everything, and now she's like, at least in my opinion, from the last few issues of Justice League Odyssey and what she's doing with Justice League in general, she's kind of surpassing John. And I liked Stewart from the Justice League Justice League Unlimited and Justice League.
yeah. I gotta catch up.
Wait, how does she end up with the ring if she has like such a crippling fear? I mean, the whole thing with being a lantern is you're fearless.
So for her, just going outside is like a huge deal.
Oh shit, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it was kind of tied to her and Simon Baz at first.
Yeah.
And
well, because they had to share the same lantern.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't even know where the fuck Simon is right now, but I don't even give a fuck.
I'm so far behind on most DC comics. I need to figure out why I left off on all of them
Okay.
so I can catch up.
And this is a great week to do it.
And now I'm pissed off because, like, I'm reading Batman Beyond, but I'm missing like issue 32 or something, or 34.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's somewhere in my fucking house. So it's
Somewhere
not-
in these files?
I have 35 and up. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? 'Cause I have the Batwoman Beyond. And apparently that's worth a bunch of money now.
Oh shit! You better find that one.
Yeah. Well, no, I have it, but I need to read up to that.
Get
and
current.
shit. Yeah.
Good shit.
Well, and I know somebody had sent me an article about them changing Batman, like they're gonna change his lore. I think it was you that sent it to me. I know. And I read a little bit of it, and it talked about how like now Alfred's dead right now, and then Batman and Catwoman are like really working things out as a crime-fighting duel.
So they have.
We're gonna get married.
Well, they've done a lot of great, and I won't spoil it, but they've done a lot of great aftermath of that split from when they were this close to getting married, and explained that in way more detail lately.
So wait, they did
Not get married.
So wait, I thought there was an issue. There was an issue when they got married, right? Because they show fucking Batman's dick, right?
Oh, that was a different Batman. That was a whole different series.
You and Looking Glass were watching that gay porn. Man. That's what it
That
was.
was on the DC Black shit.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Batman Damn, that's what it's on.
Yeah.
But then, like, Catwoman gets murdered on their wedding day in the comic. Or am I fucking from another alternative universe?
You in some alt world. You're on Elseworld.
You should read the comics, bro.
No, I swear to God, we talk about it on this very own podcast.
Well, just read them.
Yeah, she didn't die.
Nah, I got-
She certainly didn't die. She's doing. Actually, Catwoman is going way up my list.
Was Billy D in that comic?
Carl Weathers in there. Alan Jackson.
No, because didn't she fall off a building?
I mean,
Catwoman?
she's Catwoman.
Like her and Batman.
That's kind of, she steals stuff and then she,
So she
takes the diamonds, takes the pearls.
throws a ring and fell off the
You know what I
building.
mean? She do a thing. You know.
Shit.
No, but for Stitch, for you with Absolute Carnage, I know you are a big Spidey guy, and you're about 3 in.
So good.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? What are you liking? You got Eddie Brock, you got Carnage in there, you got Cole. How do you pronounce it?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's
Okay.
no.
Yeah. Carnage is always really, really fun because he just gives no fucks. And he's just all about terror and just causing fucking chaos. It was really interesting to watch that whole cult thing because I was trying to figure out what was going on with I forget what city they're at, but they're like this whole town's been pretty much just like wiped off the fucking map. And there's like that whole little circle thing that's that emblem or whatever. But it's really fun to read and with him and Brock teaming up, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And is it still going on or is it?
Yeah, still going on.
Okay.
Have you gotten to Miles?
No.
That's a fucked
Okay.
up one. So what's interesting is that the crossovers. So it's always cool when like the crossovers that are part of a main event that you're already reading.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, oh, you see the lead up and you see what happens, and then it's like it's not annoying.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
because
So-
Hulk is in the crossovers.
Yeah, Hulk, Venom,
Mhm.
Miles Morales, and it all makes sense in like their timeline. So that's really cool. I've been really happy with. Oh, I told you guys for a long time, like Venom has been like a real resurgence in the comic books. Like it's been really good since like Venom Space Knight.
Yeah.
And then Donny Cates took over, and he's just like going ham right now on all his writing. So,
Dude, whoever's doing the actual art for this book, like from the very first Absolute Carnage, where there's blood and red and black with the venom and the symbiotes, the art is out of this fucking world. It's so detailed. The first issue was really thick. It was like a $7 or $8 book or something like that. But I'm blown away, and I'm like, they need to either animate this or put this in a fucking movie. I need Carnage and Venom and Spidey in a goddamn movie. Stat. And even this story itself, with a few, changes for movie adaptation, could work.
yeah, and I like how like Null as like a bad guy is in so many other comics. Like,
Yeah.
he's in fucking Silver Surfer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
And fucking up Silver Surfer in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I think he was even in Thanos maybe too.
He probably was.
He was in a bunch of other shit. So
Yeah.
it's like it's cool how we have like this new like supervillain
Yep.
in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. And then there was other kind of cool thing. I'm liking the fact for Fantastic Four, they actually finally named the rocket ship. Did you catch this?
I'm not caught up on that.
Oh, like the rocket that started it all. This is the first family of Marvel or whatever.
Yeah.
They called it Marvel 1. And it's like in this NASA museum, you know what I mean? And they're talking about other true NASA stuff with Apollo 11 and all that other kind of nerdy shit. And, all the Fantastic Four are kind of appreciating where they stand in U.S. aerospace history.
Nice.
And I was like, God damn, everything with like the Air Force and all of them and the astronaut stuff, it brought me back to like reading it years ago as a kid. And I was like, God damn, this fucking works.
Well, speaking of like old school stuff, like when we were kids, you saw that they're bringing back the 2099 stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
I know some of them were like one shots because I got like the Fantastic Four 2099. Wasn't that great? I got it though.
Yeah.
It's a one shot, and now there's a Punisher 2099 that I picked up today.
I'm down for
There's
that.
a bunch of other ones too. So I'm pretty sure when Spider-Man 2099 drops, people are gonna lose their shit.
Oh my God.
So
Miguel
they have to
O'Hara?
make it, yeah.
Man, Miguel's costume was probably my favorite Spidey suit at the time. Like when I first saw it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was so out there.
It was
Yeah.
fucking not like you'd seen before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now I think out of like all of them now, I think it's still Gwen Stacy for me. Not Spider Gwen. She has my favorite costume.
Dude, you know
Yeah.
what's amazing? Like that's my daughter's favorite. You know what I mean? And I get why. Because the thing that's so weird to me is everybody else growing up with Spidey remembers Gwen dying. You know what I mean? And she's not in it. It's always Spidey and MJ. And my daughter's just like, no, Gwen has always been around. What the fuck are you talking about? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope they do more with her for the Spider-Verse movie, which I know is pre-production planning and all that good shit. But it'll probably drop in a couple years. We'll fucking see. Why is Mark Wahlberg trying to ruin the Uncharted franchise?
Well, actually, you know what's funny? He was originally cast supposedly to play Nathan Drake,
Oh Jesus!
but because it took like 10 years for them to make it, and I was gonna play Sully. I was just like, bruh, what the fuck?
I don't know how possibly he could play Sully. That just seems wrong.
He's an older guy, but he's not that old.
No, but
He's not old looking.
No, he doesn't look old. I mean, he's in great shape. Are you kidding me? Like he looks like he did from the Funky Bunch or Good Vibration days almost.
He looks like he still do parkour. You know?
Exactly.
Unlike Sully.
Yeah.
You know?
But again, I mean, they can make him look old. I mean,
Yeah.
always make him.
We'll fucking see, man. I don't know.
Who are they gonna have to play Drake?
I think it's going to be your boy
He's
from
a young,
Spidey.
he's a young Drake.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
Oh, well, I guess it makes sense then. I mean, that Sully's younger.
Yeah, you're going to de-age everything just like you did with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hot Mary Jane.
Hot Mary Jane.
You're talking about
Or hot Aunt May. I'm sorry. Mary Jane was always hot. God damn it.
Right.
Not as hot as Rogue, though. Rogue takes
So
my
we're gonna split this into two things.
Okay,
All right?
what you got?
First, we're gonna talk about the Charlie's Angels
Oh,
thing.
shit.
That's gonna go on to the next topic. All right.
Ooh.
So Charlie, did we talk about it last week?
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
We
Yeah.
did. Okay,
We
so
fucking roasted that shit.
okay, so after we roasted that shit, so guess what the director wants to make now?
Okay. This is Elizabeth Banks, right?
Elizabeth Banks.
Something men related. And she don't fuck
She wants
up.
to make the Invisible Woman.
No.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Not the Fantastic Four character.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Sue Richards?
Yes.
Oh,
Let me bring it up
my
real quick.
God.
Oh god.
So she is a great character. I'm reading her actual solo book
It's
right
really
now.
good.
I like it. She's teaming up with Black Widow, doing espionage shit and all that. I like that a lot. But no, I don't want this bitch anywhere fucking near a high-profile movie.
Did she direct Ghostbusters?
No, that was a
Female
dude.
cast? Oh, okay.
That was a dude.
But she was in it though.
Holy shit.
Was she?
Universal sets Elizabeth Banks to direct and star in Invisible Woman.
Wait a minute. So she would be Sue.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think it's
No.
if it wasn't for like some of the shit that happened in the past, I would be cool with her being the Invisible Woman. But yeah, I don't.
Do you know how many blondes there are in Hollywood? Like you can't throw a fucking
yeah.
stick.
Well, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a Fantastic Four. I'm not.
Is it like the Invisible Man kind of?
I don't know.
Uh,
If it is, then that's even worse.
yeah. No, don't nobody give a shit about early 1920s Hollywood monster movie kind of thing.
Well, especially just like people are tired of changing the fucking sex or ethnicity of some other show. Like we've seen this consistently.
A lot.
People don't like it, and they keep trying to do it. And every single time they do it, they get mad that nobody watches it, and,
Yep.
they blame it on men for some fucking reason, as if women are not part of the problem. Motherfuckers, they're half the goddamn population in the United States.
WB is possibly going to make a mistake right along these same lines, where the rumor mill is going crazy about them talking to Michael B. Jordan for a recast Superman.
So actually, that one, it depends on how they're gonna do it, because there is a Black Superman, but he's in a different universe.
And he's not Kal-El.
He's not. So
He's
if you wanna
Kareem
do it like that-
Abdul-Jabbar.
yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jael.
Yeah.
If they want to do that, then
X.
yeah, but then you're gonna go through like some sort of pretty obscure comic book
Yep.
thing. Which I mean, you can take the risk, but
I mean, look, I like Michael B. Jordan. I think he did a great job as Killmonger. I think he did a great job in Creed. I didn't see Creed 2, but this ain't it. This is going back to your Johnny Storm stuff, almost. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, and if you're out there thinking, oh, why can't he do that? Well, why don't they make Black Panther white then?
Yeah.
Why don't they
it's
make
like-
fucking Storm white? Why don't they make any other ethnic whatever fucking Caucasian? It's just like that's the way that I feel with like a lot of this shit.
And there's other black comic book characters that have the same power set as Superman too, right?
Yeah.
There's like I can't think of their names. Damn, all their common names slip my mind.
You could do a lot of interesting things with existing characters. Superman's too iconic. You know what I mean? You don't want the smoke. That'll drive people fucking nuts.
And it will come from everywhere too, not just like
Yep.
the white community, but the black community be behind it as well. Like,
Just leave that alone.
Especially like Michael B. Jordan, you almost committed career suicide with goddamn Fantastic Four.
Yep.
So I mean, you clawed your way back to being a badass. You've made a string of really good movies.
Yep.
So let's not step in potential dog shit.
Yeah. I
with-
mean,
with this.
look, Chris Evans almost did the same thing with the same role with
Yeah,
Fantastic Four
yeah.
before he signed on with Captain America. When you're hot, but you gotta know when to fold them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this just isn't fucking it. But we'll fucking see. But the thing I'm excited about, The Rock seems to be doing every fucking movie in the fucking world. He's signed on for Black Adam. We got Jumanji 2.
We signed up for Black Adam like fucking 35 years ago.
Yeah, well,
So-
now it's
Finally confirmed.
Now he's confirmed.
What kind of jumping back to Michael B. Jordan? Like I thought there was a clause with Disney Marvel characters where actors who play Marvel characters can't be in any of the DC movies. At least maybe that's just rumor mill, but that's what I've seen.
So this is before Disney didn't own them back then.
Yeah, that's true.
But he was in.
trying to think of
he
an
was in
example.
Black Panther,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was.
which came after. Yeah.
It depends on how they wrote it. I mean,
No, it's not correct because Zach, the guy who played Shazam, Levi, he was in Thor movies as not a big character, but he was in Thor movies and he was also in Shazam this year. So something has changed with that. Maybe it's on a case-by-case basis,
Yeah, maybe.
but that's the best example I could come up
Probably
with.
as like a lead, I guess, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
Well, I guess
But-
Killmonger. Well, yeah, he kind of was a
Well,
lead.
Chemo, yeah, he was a lead.
I mean, yeah,
Because I can see
he was
Disney
one of the
like
main
being
characters.
like, "Hey, we don't want to tarnish your image of this character, and if they see Killmonger as Superman, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, you're gonna be breaking the illusion that he has of him being Killmonger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's Disney bureaucracy.
We'll fucking see, man. We'll fucking see.
Yeah.
Do we have any other? Actually, Kronos, you were mentioning in the chat. There was a new anime, Cabanari.
It's not new. It's old.
Oh,
It came out. I actually remember like
I remember the
tagging
movie.
you in it a while back.
Yeah, the movie.
It's a TV show though. It's an anime.
Did the show come out after the movie?
I don't remember the movie.
Oh, okay.
It's Kanabari and the Iron Fortress. I don't remember the movie. If there's a movie, I was not aware.
Okay.
But it's free on Amazon Prime. You can find it other places too. But it's pretty dope. Like if you're into steampunk and zombies and fucking ninjas, well not ninjas, but in like an anime, that's right up your alley.
That's
Like
all
the only thing it's missing is fucking maybe fan service. That's about it.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. But they have some crazy zombies where like you can't. They're hard to kill.
Okay.
Sort of. So like, the main way to kill them is like shooting them through like the heart, but it's like protected by like this hard shit. So you can technically decapitate them too, but.
That's kind of like in Blade 2 with the what were they called? The guys whose mouth like open up like this and shit like that. They had like the bones around their heart was hardened so that you couldn't just stab them there.
Yeah.
Just like kind of go up in there.
But in this one, like the zombies are fast as shit.
Good
and they're like killing machines. And some are just kamikaze on shit. Like if they can't get through something, they'll just fucking throw their body at it and fucking explode.
See, I'm gonna try to catch up on that one and Vinland Saga. I need to finish
Saga
off.
is so good. I think there's no new episodes on Amazon right now, but that's like one of the ones that's like a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Because it's been out for I think it's like 12 episodes or so far, something like that.
I think I'm on episode 3.
Yeah,
so
that one's
I gotta
really
catch
good.
up.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah. I'm gonna catch up on that one, and then I'll give a shout out even to Fire Force. I'm like way into the teens on that one. 15, 16, something like that. The fights keep getting fucking better and better with all the fucking flames and demons and the conspiracy stuff. It's a more complicated show than I gave it credit for after those first few episodes.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good. And then, what is it? Dr. Stone is really good as well.
Dr. Stone actually teaches my son some chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
more than just chemistry, just like science in general.
Yeah, I enjoy everything about that show. You learn some shit. That's hard to do.
Is he watching it in like English or is he watching it in like subtitles?
Both actually.
Okay, because like right now they're trying to make cell phones.
Oh
So
shit.
I'm like, bruh, like you make cell phones and like you still working with wood and shit?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they're working it out though. They're getting there.
I love it. I love everything that's going on with that shit, man. So we'll fucking see. Anybody doing something special for Thanksgiving? Like,
just cooking or whatever. I gotta wake up early and cook. That's the only thing I'm really thinking of.
you're not
Just
brining your
chilling.
bird right now?
No, bird's brining. Birds in the brine. So I guess I gotta figure out what time I'm gonna pull that up out the solution. But other than that, just chill, watch some TV or whatever. Probably find something on Netflix. I might check out the show. What was it? The
Irishman?
kid zombie one that I'm supposed to check out.
Kid zombie one.
The one you were talking about.
The one we were talking
Oh,
about.
Kanabari and the Iron Fortress or whatever?
No. The Netflix, the kids with the zombies. and-
Oh, Dave
teenagers.
Break or something
Yeah.
like that? Or, god damn, it's terrible. If you want to watch something good, watch The Toys That Made Us.
Oh, that's great.
That's the fucking one of the
Nostalgia on that
best
one.
shows on
The
Netflix.
Toys
right
That
It's
Made
now.
for our generation too.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yes.
love about
Okay.
it. It's not for like boomers.
Bro, that fucking show had me watching the oh fuck.
I saw the one with
the
the-
My Little Pony movie.
Yeah.
Like, so I literally sat down with my daughter and started watching like the movie that came out like 2 years ago.
Yep.
It was really fucking good. I was just like, what the fuck?
No shade at all. The series, I'll watch it with my daughter.
Yeah.
It's not the worst series. I have seen much worse.
Yeah,
Like, it's not a bad show.
Well,
as crazy as that sounds.
I was interested because like as I'm watching the show, because like me and Kamak, we go back and forth. We try to find like a go between, right? But I was like, okay, we're watching some like, boy toy shit. I was like, let's watch one of the girl ones. It's like, oh, let's watch My Little Pony.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, this is fucking fascinating. And then like two of the people that are on there, I was like, these bitches are crazy. and then like one of the chicks I thought was crazy, she was like, oh yeah, I'm like she was like one of the creators of like, I think it was like Powerpuff Girls or something like that. I
Oh
was like,
shit.
Oh yeah.
oh shit, all right.
She has
And
clout.
and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm also making the new show for My Little Pony." And she's like explaining how when she was a kid, like there was no show, it was just like the toys, and she would like she basically made up her own storylines in her head about all the little ponies, and then that's the fucking cartoon.
Wow, I
It's
didn't realize there was no show back in the day.
No. And she's the one that like in her head, that's what she was thinking about, was those characters, like
Makes
how
sense.
they were. I was like, damn, I was like, much respect, that crazy. Well, maybe a little crazy, but in a good way.
Hey, it works.
And there's 2 seasons of that now, right? The toys that define us or whatever.
There's 3 seasons.
3 seasons, all right.
Yeah, but like the ones we watched, like the Ninja Turtle one, the one that was really good is the fucking Power Rangers one.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't know that they basically took the show from Japan.
Yeah.
This is the fucking most genius
Cut
shit
it.
ever. This is all they did. All right, so they knew that there was a show in Japan. They wasn't even called Power Rangers. It was something else. But the guy, he was like a Israeli like pop singer or some shit. He liked the show and he's trying to get it made in America. So what he did was, he just took the action footage from Japan, and just like had American actors act out like just the main actor parts, and he just cut in the action parts from Japan.
see that.
And
I
it
was like,
looked that way.
I was like, dude, that's fucking genius. Like
Yeah.
you basically have to make half a show,
Like-
and the rest of it's already done.
Yeah.
One interesting thing was
It's
that
the Saved by
like
the Bell part.
everybody always wonder like how come, because the Yellow Ranger in America was a female, and everybody wonder why how come the Pink Ranger has like kind of a skirt or dress on while the Yellow Rangers look like everybody else. Well, that's because in Japan the Yellow Ranger is a male, and so the character was just for fucking pants.
Dude, I remember
That's
even
fucking
in the
interesting.
90s watching that because I was a little bit too old for it, or at least I felt too old
I
for
watched
it.
it in high school. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I love
But
watching it.
I was like, man, you could see the strings. You could see
Yeah.
you could see how it didn't like cut
Yeah.
very smoothly back in. But it was
The
interesting.
thing that fucking blew my mind is finding out that the Black Ranger middle finger was cut off.
I knew about that.
I didn't know about that until he was like on like Conan or something. He brought it up. I was like, and I went back and I like go back and watch that old episodes. Even when he grabs like the tigers or the Triceratops. Was it Triceratops? Yeah, he was Triceratops. You can see that his finger's missing.
God damn.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, but they were talking about like making the toys and shit, because like basically they had like, it was one certain toy maker that they got deals with, and they were like making toys with them for like forever. And they said they made like $100 million in like a single year, and they were like they blew everybody out. No, actually I think that was the Ninja Turtles. They blew everybody out of the water. But yeah, the Power Rangers, they kept making. All they had to do to make this show was just be like a couple years behind of Japan, and like they could make infinite fucking
Yeah.
shit. And like once
On
it
the
got old,
cheap.
yeah, once it got old, it's like, oh well, in Japan, the Power Rangers, like whatever it's called in Japan, every year it changes, right? Like everything. And so for us, like for like the Power Rangers in America, it was for like a good 3-4 years where they're using like the same characters, but it was for them. It was in Japan. It was all the same fucking season.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like this guy was so fucking smart.
He was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, he turned him into a household name franchise. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and I didn't know that it was tied to Stan Lee and Marvel.
oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Marvel
like,
got the rights to him for a bit.
they were trying to for a minute, but like nobody would buy him. And eventually, one of the people that worked with Stan Lee helped him get the show here in America. So, because like nobody was buying it, and then like one chick got it,
Wow.
and she's like, "We're gonna fucking do it. I'm just gonna tell them we're gonna do it." So
See,
yeah.
that's fucking awesome. I'll have to watch this season. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say for Thanksgiving for me, like since the Sweetness and I own our first home, I'm actually cooking Thanksgiving dinner for the first time. Like pretty much cooking everything, like turkey. I'm trying to make some collard greens,
God
some
damn.
mashed potatoes.
You gotta wash them in soap and water and fucking bleach and shit, like that
Fuck
one.
no.
white chick was doing?
I thought I was like, what the fuck?
the fuck?
I thought you just rinsed it off.
Yeah. That, Jesus.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to make collard greens and also potato salad. And I invited my little brother to come over.
Put raisins in
for
it?
things. Raisins? What the fuck?
Put craisins in it.
My mom will fucking come over and kill me. But yeah, I decided not to go to LA this weekend to visit family just because traveling is crazy. But it's kind of good I
It's
didn't.
snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grapevine with snow is real.
Yeah, dude, I got caught up in that one time coming back. Like only ways I know how to get to LA is either taking the 5 or the 101. Apparently, there's like Highway 44.
There's a couple ways. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways, but I had to take like Highway
way
44 that kind
further.
of takes you outward because it takes you basically around the mountains, but you still
Yep.
kind of go through like the lower half. But that shit was no fucking joke. It took almost a day to get home. It was so fucking bad.
All bad.
Yeah, but it's almost so. I think it might have been last week. Last week it's been 10 years since I met my biological father, which is crazy. Thinking like I went 20 years without him in my life, or 30 years without him in my life, and now I have him in my life for like the last 10. which
good
flew
shit.
by. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
But
Congrats.
yeah, also I'm cooking my turkey for the first time. I'm brining it too, which I just learned about like 3 days ago. That you fucking say that shit.
I'm brining, and then I have that like injector thing that I'm gonna.
How are you cooking your turkey? Are you roasting it,
Yeah.
smoking it? Okay.
Roasting.
Yeah.
Roasting.
Dude,
I
the
love smoked.
Alton Brown method, man. It's,
What you doing?
for Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
I'm going to my in-laws. So we're gonna hang out. I'm picking up my oldest daughter tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh,
and
shit, that's
then,
right.
And then my youngest daughter, her birthday is on Friday.
Saturday. Well, the party Saturday, right?
Yeah, the party's on Saturday. So that'll be cool. She's turning 3, so that's
It's fucking crazy.
toddler years. It's weird that she's grown up so fast. Yeah.
That's great.
Sorry, there's one BMTI, and it's
Okay.
relevant to today
Okay.
or tomorrow anyway. What things are we thankful for?
Ooh. Thankful for still being employed. You know, having a source of income is a great
real.
thing.
Health, family.
There you go.
Definitely having my own house for the first time, and
good shit.
having my wife and having fucking money in the bank. To be honest.
There you go.
Holy shit! Like,
Not to be struggling anymore.
yeah, not to
It's
be
just great.
struggling. Yeah,
Mhm.
food in my belly.
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my family. That's been great. Expanded my family with my youngest daughter. And then my oldest daughter, she's going to be graduating high school next year, and she probably will be coming back to California to live. So that'll be cool. I'm also thankful for like the easiest job I've ever had in my entire life. So it's like super cush. Like I made it.
There you go.
It's great. Like it pays well, and it's not very difficult for me to do, and I only work 4 days a week. So
That's great.
that's one of the main reasons why we can do the podcast.
Mhm.
Is because of that job. So
There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to. My work is looking for new ideas. I'm trying to push a 4-day work week.
yeah, it's the fucking best
Yeah.
thing ever. Like you get more shit done. You know, it's way less stress.
You know, kind of talking about. So I used to vape, like get high to help me go to sleep, right? Like I do THC or whatever, and I haven't done it in a while. But man, today, like last night, I did it, and I slept so fucking good. I've been energized all fucking day. Like I got so much fucking shit done today. Like I fucking cooked 4 pies. I bought a turkey on Sunday, and I threw it into the refrigerator right away so it can thaw, so it'll be ready for me to cook tomorrow. But like today, I just spent time like just kind of doing the cold water defrosting or thawing it. And I did that. I fucking ran to the store. Like I had a P1 call today. Like man, I felt like I was super productive today.
You got a pussy one call.
Yeah, I had a few.
Priority one. Somebody's
Yeah.
down.
Well, no, I had a customer. They need something delivered next week, and we're like, dude, we're fucking closed tomorrow and
shit.
Friday. Like this shit ain't gonna happen.
Were they from overseas?
No, they're from here. They're over in New York
Oh.
or Wisconsin. No, not Wisconsin, New Jersey.
I told you that was the
You are
hardest.
all over the place.
Yeah, the hardest
I
thing
am.
for me about Sober October was like sleeping. I was like, bruh, it's hard. Like it's difficult for me to sleep. And like when I was like no THC or booze, I was like, shit, it's gonna be rough. Melatonin got me sorted through it, but it was just like sleeping as a motherfucker.
Dude, I slept
Take it
so
for
fucking
granted,
good last
yeah.
night. It was like amazing. I had a great fucking dream. I can't talk about it because the sweetness would murder me.
God damn. I know. We'll hear about that offline. All right. We talked about what we're doing already, so
Yep. Well, I guess.
yeah. Unless there's one last shout out or whatever. for
Well, actually,
anything.
I guess I'll wait for Onin to be here. I had a MBTI question, but I'll save it for next week.
Save it for next week. For definite certain, this weekend I'm going to finally finish off Borderlands 3. That is my goal for tonight, maybe even tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm level 50, man. I got all kinds of guns.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm 34, so I'm working there.
I've literally got at least 100 fucking legendary guns.
I'm gonna take
Or
some.
legendary items. I'm serious.
Yeah.
At least 100.
Drop them off.
Text me you're on, and I'll jump on
Yeah, I ain't got shit to do except make sure that house don't catch on fire.
There you go. You have been listening to the Dankest podcast. We are on all over the interwebs. iTunes, Stitcher,
too. We ain't on no Strata.
FM.
SoundCloud, Strata.
You don't find us on there.
Stadia,
No Stadia, but we are on Google.
Stadia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube, all that.
Yeah, Google us. You'll find us. If you're listening now, you looked up already for us. So
Yeah, you know about us. You
Yeah.
heard about us. Ski ski.
I'm pretty sure your mom knows, Bobby.
Anime
us.
titties.
Don't post your struggle plate.
Oh, the struggle play.
Paper plates.
Plastic silverware.
This is coming from the dude that eats complete meals.
That was a long time ago.
Shit was a couple years ago, bro.
A long time ago. Mini rotations around the sun.